but have you ever experienced the joy of a warm welcome? Step into one of our branches and you'll see what we mean. First-class service on a first-name basis. The Citizens Bank Company, where banking feels personal because, well, it is.
Your heart is the engine that keeps your body running. When something isn't quite right, it can throw your entire life out of rhythm. By choosing Memorial Health System for your heart care, you're choosing a team that understands how important it is that your life runs smoothly. From advanced diagnostics and minimally invasive procedures to complex open heart surgery and lifelong heart health support, our team is here to help you live confidently and never miss a beat. Learn more at mhsystem.org/itmatters.
Welcome back to Dondrum Stadium Homecoming 2025 here on the radio, and joining us pregame right before kickoff, Mike Kuffner and Coach. Here we go. And it's first hard to believe that we're rolling into week 5, and you have a Whitehall team coming in. Talk a little bit about this week of practice and all that goes in at homecoming here at Marietta.
Yeah, like we've mentioned before, our guys are, homecoming is a very, very big deal up here. I mean, they do a lot of cool things. Credit to the teachers and the staff at Marietta High School, keeping everybody engaged and doing all the homecoming festivities. I feel like it's been probably one of our best weeks of practice. Of guys being locked in and excited to be there and having fun. So I'm excited for them. I'm excited for us to be able to go out and put all 3 phases together tonight.
Taking a look at this Whitehall team that is across the field from us, and what are your thoughts when you put on film? They have a lot of athletes. They're a team that can make some big plays, but they'll also make some mistakes, and the ability to capitalize on those.
Yeah, and that's something that we didn't do a very good job of last week, is capitalizing on mistakes from the other team. We forced 5 turnovers and was unable to score any points. So that's something that, if we get, lucky and are able to force that many turnovers this week, we've got to be able to turn that into some points. But credit Whitehall. I think they're playing some really good football right now. They've played a pretty tough schedule. But they do got some athletes that could hurt us in an instant if we're not careful.
Coach, really appreciate a few minutes of your time here before kickoff, and good luck tonight.
I appreciate it, man.
See, head coach of the Marietta Tigers, Mike Kuffner. When we come back, we'll take a look at starting lineups and more. Kickoff from Dondrum Stadium. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
What do folks look for in a home? Your guess is as good as mine, but I must say, if you work with McCarthy Real Estate, we've seen it, we know it, and how to get to it. You can't beat experienced local service. It's a great time to list as demand is at an all-time high. With global access to potential buyers moving into our area, we are out in front on turnkey deals. Plus, we're there for you to navigate the appraisal, inspection, and banking process. McCarthy Real Estate, 2nd Street, Marietta, and at MariettaRealEstate.com.
Your health changes with every season of life. That's why Memorial Health System is here with primary care that grows with you. From everyday checkups to same or next day appointments, our providers don't just treat symptoms. They listen. They check in. They remember what matters to you. Primary care that goes beyond the appointment. That's expecting more. With more than 70 providers, 27 locations, and 40,000 already established patients, you are sure to find the perfect fit for you. Learn more at mhsystem.org/partner.
Hey everybody, it's Alexis White here, your financial friend from the Citizens Bank Company. Did you know that we have 4 convenient locations to serve you? We're in Belpre, Barlow, Marietta, and Beverly, but hey, if it suits you, check us out anytime at thecitizens.com, your virtual gateway to all things banking. We get it. Online and ATMs are cool, but have you ever experienced the joy of a warm welcome? Step into one of our branches and you'll see what we mean. First-class service on a first-name basis. The Citizens Bank Company, where banking feels personal because, well, it is.
Back here at Dondrum Stadium, Aaron Cassidy alongside Bill Parks and Marietta Tiger playing as we're just about 7 minutes from kickoff here in the pregame. Our pregame tonight, of course, and all season long, brought to you by Stewart Photography on Glendale Road in Marietta. Stewart Photography has been capturing the traditions and the students of Marietta High School for many years. This is their chance to thank the many students and parents for entrusting Stewart Photography to capture those special moments. Stewart Photography, call them 374-4564. Mark and Karen, they say go Tigers, and our appreciation to Mark and Karen. Great people, great family. And Bill, Whitehall team, we started talking on them a little bit here is Malachi Jackson, their quarterback, a kid that you remember a sophomore last year, a junior this year. He's a 5'11 quarterback, but They also like to spread it around a little bit to some receivers. He's a dangerous runner, but also their running back's a pretty good guy as well.
Yeah, he is. He's a 5'11", 180-pound senior, and that's Jason Stafford. He's got 60 carries on the year. He's 389 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, this kid can do it. He's athletic. He can make guys miss, but he can lower his shoulder at 180 pounds. He's a shorter, stout guy, but very strong. And I tell you what, back to the quarterback in Malachi Jackson, he's 13 of 24 throwing the football. He's thrown for 234 yards already this year. Now, he does have a tendency to kind of throw the ball up for grabs a little bit, and when he gets some pressure, he will take some chances. He's thrown 5 interceptions already this year. So an opportunity for the Tigers maybe to capitalize on him. But wide receiver-wise, they really like Christian Miller. Miller's a 6'3", 180-pounder. I mean, he's got the perfect frame and size out there. He's got 11 of the 17 catches from Jackson. He's gone for 206 and a touchdown, too. So, as you mentioned, they like to spread it around, and that's what they run primarily. They like to come out in that spread formation, but don't let the spread fool you because they're going to run the ball majority of the time.
Defensively, they're a team that can throw a lot of different looks at you up front. We expect that tonight from them against the Tigers. We're going to take a timeout, come back, we'll preview the Marietta Tigers here from Homecoming 2025. In Don Trump Stadium, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Hey, I'm an out-of-towner who likes to find good local pizza. Any suggestions?
Well, around these parts, you have to learn about the legend of the Smitty guy.
Smitty guy?
Yes, the story goes he roamed from town to town in search of the perfect pizza.
That's cool. I kind of want to be a Smitty girl. I'll have to save the world one Smitty pizza at a time.
Easy there, sister. I got you. You're officially a Smitty girl. You're in luck because the consistent taste of Smitty's Pizza is in 5 locations: Marietta, Reno, Belpre, Lowell, and Barlow.
Smitty's Pizza. Have you had one lately?
When we take a look at the statistics of tonight's game, a reminder that that's made possible by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill, they understand the values and ideals of our community and can develop a customized financial strategy designed to help you pursue what's most important to you. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation. Go Tiger! The Fry Dental Group is a longtime sponsor of the Marietta High School Tiger Big Drill, player of the game. Not just a player, could be a play, could be a fan in the stands, could be a cheerleader, it could be you. Tune in to WMOA for every Tiger broadcast and listen close for the Marietta High School Tiger Fry Dental Group Big Drill, player of the game, brought to you by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group.
Continuing on the pregame here from Don Drum Stadium, Homecoming 2025. Homecoming Queen and King will be announced at halftime. We'll be sure to get you that as the students making their way down to make the tunnel to our left as the Tigers get ready to run out. You have Whitehall on the right. They're already ready and have an American flag in their hand. They're ready to run out on the field. They have their white tops, red trousers, the black helmets with the Ram logo symbol on the side in white. And Bill, it's a Marietta team, 5 turnovers last week that they forced, but were unable to come up with any points. And, Coach Kuffner was saying those are just things you got to be able to finish. And he said, they've seen glimpses throughout the first 4 weeks of putting things together, just not being able to do it consistently, including that John Marshall game at the very end, not putting it together, and he's just waiting for all that to come.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously coming off of the loss last week, they're 0-4 starting out here. A 12-0 loss to Claymont. You mentioned the turnovers that they're +3 last week, 5 turnovers this defense forced. And honestly, Aaron, that's been the bright spot. It's been the defense. They forced a lot of turnovers. Going all the way back, I think it was in week 2, they were +4, I believe, in the turnover margin in that game and still managed to actually struggle to move the football. And that's the thing, is the offense has shown the ability to do so. It's, finding that continuity and the consistency there. And really a lot of it, too, has been what we saw a few years back before, the Tigers had a little bit of success in the last couple of years, was timely penalties, or untimely penalties, I should say. And that's been a bit of a nemesis as well here for this Tiger offense.
When you take a look at them defensively, again, Bill mentioned their plus margin is great. They're not turning the ball over a ton. It's been the penalties and things. Although Coach Kuffner did say this is maybe their best practice of the week this week coming into homecoming. We talked a little bit, you heard in the pregame talking about homecoming is maybe they need some more distractions because he said they were laser focused this week. We'll see how the Tigers come out tonight. Kickoff around the corner after this timeout. Week number 5 of football right here on local radio.
At Miller Home Services, we know that your home's air quality matters to your health, comfort, and your wallet. Clean filtered air starts with a well-maintained HVAC system, and our maintenance packages ensure your equipment is running at peak performance, helping you breathe easier and extending the life of your system. Don't wait for issues to pile up. Call Miller Home Services today at 740-896-5035 or visit us at millerhs.com. Breathe easily knowing your equipment is ready for the weather ahead.
If you've ever run your hand across nice carpet, you probably know the Honest Fred's difference. This is Annie from Honest Fred's Flooring, and the difference is threefold: quality, service, and choices. And without all of those, the others really don't matter. You don't have to stay long, but stop into one of our studios in Parkersburg, Marietta, or Spencer. This is where the high-level decisions get made. And remember the Honest Fred's difference: quality, service, and choices.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFred.com.
Marietta won the toss, elected to kick off, so they deferred to the second half. They'll be kicking from right to left here tonight on the radio. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks with you. We're so glad you're tuned in. Derek Jones back at the studio. Jack Weil with us on statistics tonight. And so it is the Tigers kicking from right to left. Whitehall, 2 guys back deep. And so they will send number 11, Christian Miller, back there, one of their wide receivers, along with Stafford, the running back that Bill talked about in the pregame. And the Tigers get the ball teed up and set to kick off. Week number 5 here from Don Drum Stadium in homecoming. Kingston McMahon lines it up, a little onside kick, a little wobbler down to the 38-yard line, fallen on by the Whitehall Rams, but Marietta maybe tried to sneak one in there.
Yeah, close one there as the ball was kind of squirting around a little bit, and first guy couldn't find the handle on it. But Tigers just mixing it up a little bit there on the initial kickoff, trying to create an opportunity early.
Well, good things for these seniors, Bill. Such a great senior class. Homecoming kind of makes you get thinking about those type of things, and we'll go throughout the game. And, of course, we got a half the season to go still with this Tiger senior class, but it's been a big part of why this defense has been so good. Whitehall will come out from the sidelines. They'll split 2 receivers to either side. They move from left to right on your radio dial. And they'll scrimmage from their own 38-yard line. They come out of a pistol formation. 3 backs in the backfield out of the pistol formation. They turn to give to Stafford, left side, looking to cut around the side, and he does. Carries a couple tacklers, make it 3 up near the 43-yard line. So he was hit initially around the line of scrimmage and drives his feet for a gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for Whitehall. Nice little off tackle run, if you will, for Whitehall.
Yeah, pretty good pickup on there on first down. I mean, that's what you're looking to do. You want to pick up chunks on 1st and 2nd down to set up 3rd and shorts if you're getting there. But right off the get-go, Whitehall Rams picking up 5 on it. So 2nd and 5 here, nearing midfield.
Pistol formation for Whitehall. Again, 3 receivers this time to the right, 1 to the left. Option look, pitch to Stafford right side, looking for some room, breaks a tackle in the backfield, but there's a host of Tigers, and they drag him down at the 42-yard line, a loss of 2 on the play, and that is a way to get 11 hats to the football right there.
Yeah, great job there by Kobe Alexander coming from his linebacker position. He was the one that strung it out there and was able to make initial contact there. And then it was just a bunch of Tigers filling in. But I think it was number 22. 20 was Braden Plogger. Got good penetration off the ball right there and disrupt that pitch.
3rd down and 5 from their own 42-yard line for Whitehall. They spread it out. 3 receivers bunched near side in a triangle formation to the right, 1 to the left. Out of the shotgun. They're going to give to Stafford up the middle, and he's going to break a tackle. He's going to break free around the left corner, still on his feet in the Tiger territory, and he gets out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Too easy there for the Rams. In fact, all the way down to the Tiger 42 is where he ends up out of bounds, and that tells you they have confidence in the run game on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, going right at it there. Good job. Good push up front by the Rams and being able to get some length to get outside, seal that corner. There's nobody over there for the Tigers, really. They have one guy to shake off, and he was able to do it
So they've seen something they like on the edge. That's where they've been each time, have the Rams. 2 wide receivers to either side, full house backfield out of the pistol for the quarterback. Turns, gives up the middle, Stafford. And he's going to move up near the 41-yard line. And he picks up maybe 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Number 50, junior Zach.
I stole all of your stuff, Bill, if that's what you're looking for. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Zach Carver in on the tackle.
I was just looking for him. That's all right. I'll tell you what, Aaron, Zach Carver, he's had a pretty good season already so far. He's done a great job playing all around the field. Actually, made a little appearance in the backfield last week.
2nd and 9 out of the shotgun. They send the running back in motion. They flip it to him left side. And Stafford, again, still on his feet. Going to be pushed out of bounds, but maybe get 1 on the play. Down to the 40, so officially 1 on the play. 9:22 to go first quarter. First possession for the Whitehall Rams as the Tigers won the toss and elected to keep it or defer to the second half. So big 3rd down now. 3rd down and 8. We saw them run it on 3rd down and 5, which told me they're probably going to go for it no matter what on 4th down, wherever they're out of the field.
Yeah, but you got to think now this is probably going to be a passing situation as it is that 3rd and long instead of that 3rd and intermediate.
I wonder if the quarterback also, we talked about his athleticism, maybe keeping it as he drops straight back in the pocket, looks to throw, going to heave it right sideline. Ball is going to be incomplete off the mark. Intended wide receiver down on this near side was Richard Starks from the quarterback in Macaulay Jackson.
Yeah, great job there by Lucas Miller, Aaron, number 8 for the Tigers in coverage. Good job. There was really nowhere to go with the football. Malachi was just trying to put it right on the sidelines for only his guy to get to because number 8 for the Tigers and Lucas Miller had him covered up.
So they will punt or at least show punt here, Whitehall, and they'll punt from the Tiger 40. Not sure that I would trust this. 9:16 to go first quarter. Nice snapback and actually a really nice punt. And it's going to hit down inside the 10 and get into the end zone. As it was a nice punt by Lathan Western, the wide receiver cornerback punter for this Whitehall Rams team. And he almost got a great roll. In fact, his gunner almost stopped a little too short. You got to be inside the 5.
That's what I was going to say. And he just kind of caught himself watching. Caught himself watching the ball to see where it would go. And you know, if you're out running the football, you're taught to go to the 5, turn your back, and find the football and try to knock it down. But nevertheless, goes into the end zone. Tigers going to take this one over after a turnover on downs. Good punt, but the Tigers hit their own 20.
3 receivers left and 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun. Fake give. They're going to pull it and run it on this near side. And little to no gain here for McVeigh. As McVeigh faked the hand to the right, kept it on the left, and was thrown for a loss of 3. Going to bring up 2nd down and 13. 8:52 to go here in the first quarter. Score tied at 0. Marietta on their first possession after forcing the punt from Whitehall, who got all the way down to the Tiger 40. I shouldn't say all the way. They got to the Tiger 40. And Marietta taking a look over at the sidelines. Coach Kuppner talked about they have to be able to run the football in the pregame. 2 wide receivers either side. They're going to flip it out in the flats, caught by Tornes. Tornes going to break a tackle 20, 25, and he's going to be up near a first down. Let's see where they mark him. They marked him at the 29, had to get to the 30, so he's going to be a yard shy with 8:22 to go in the first quarter. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 for the Tigers as they move from right to left.
I'm a little surprised they didn't get maybe a late flag over there on that little push out of bounds, but great job there by Tornes, just making guys miss and setting your offense up real nice here. 3rd and short is going to be a 3rd and 1 situation. Tigers trying to keep the chains moving. They
go straight I formation. Under center goes McVeigh. He turns and gives to Tornes. Tornes breaks free for a first down and up to the 36, or pardon me, the 34, 33-yard line where he has the first down. And again, the Tigers go I formation there, Bill, and they pick up the first down.
Boy, I tell you, I like the emergence of Tornes in that tailback position there, and it's given Kobe Alexander, that just a little bit of a breath to be able to keep him a little more fresh for defense. As you know, he's the anchor of the defense. And You just like to see him not out there every play.
First and 10 from their own 33. They give to Kobe Alexander, who's checked back into the game, up across the 30 to the 35, 37-yard line, where he picks up 4 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Marietta, as we're at the 7:47 mark here in this first half of play. First quarter, first drive for the Tigers. They've already picked up a first down.
Yeah, and you got to like it. Right now they're moving the football. They're taking time off the clock, but they're picking up big chunk yards as well.
Out of the shotgun, McVeigh. He's going to turn and give. This is going to be to Kobe Alexander. Nothing doing up front. Now there's a rugby scrum that ensues. He gets 2 on the play because of the push. Nice job by Owen Riley getting behind his halfback and pushing him a little bit. 7:15 here in the first quarter. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Marietta, as they move from right to left on your radio dial. 7:07 to go.
Spot the ball at the 39.
Score tied at 0. First drive of the game for Marietta after they forced the punt of Whitehall. Plogger split all the way up to the right, near side Riley to the left. 2 receivers in the slot on either side. McVeigh is going to give up the middle to Kobe Alexander, as almost met in the backfield is Kenna is going to make the tackle. Lawrence Kenna.
Well, how about that effort there by Kobe Alexander? Great job, as you mentioned, Aaron. He was met in the backfield, but boy, he picked up a good 3 yards after contact right there to set up 4th and manageable. Tiger's going to go for it.
Yeah, they go hard count. Try to get Whitehall to jump off sides. 4th and 2, 6:25 to go first quarter. Tigers from their own 41. Will they snap it? Now McVeigh kind of drops back like he's going to pooch punt this one away. He does. Low line drive that's going to hit and scoot down inside the 30-yard line to the 27-yard line, and that is where it'll be down at the 27-yard line. Big hit on that far side. With 6:06 to go, it'll be Whitehall football, as both teams on their first possession punted away. Score tied at 0 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, so far just kind of a stalemate. Both teams were able to move the football a little bit, Aaron, but and nobody able to break off that big chunk yard, the big play early on in the game. And that's what you try to minimize as a defense. You don't want to give up that big play early in the game, because, man, can set a negative tone for the rest of it. So Tigers stand up strong on their first possession defensively. See if they can do it again.
28.
So Stafford will get the carry left side, around left edge, and he's up across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Picks up a good amount of 6 on the plays, officially where they mark it. 2nd and 4 for Whitehall, as we're under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Score tied at 0.
Yeah, the shade finally taking over the field here at Dondrup Stadium. Is a hot fall day. You got to think conditioning, hydration, maybe come into a little bit of come into play here a little bit here tonight. Just an odd
September evening, late September.
Yeah.
We haven't had much rain up north at all. Jackson out of the pistol. Deep back is Stafford. Directly behind him. He gets fed again. And he runs angry up for a first down. He gets 7 on the play. And a Whitehall first down, Bill, he is a kid that just shows you right there. If you don't wrap him up early, it's not a guy that you necessarily want to come right at you. High knees and everything, he picks up a first down.
Yeah, very strong. I mentioned it in pregame. He's 5'11", 180 pounds, but, he runs big. He's very strong. He's physical, and he's not afraid of anyone. He falls forward there for an extra 3 and a first down, and again, the Rams approaching midfield here. Look, it's going to be about the 40.
They go out of the shotgun again. 3 receivers right, 1 left. And Stafford gets the carry up the middle. He is met by Plogger, trying to wrestle him down, still on his feet. A couple other Tigers come in and make the tackle and help Plogger clean it up. But he still falls forward for a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Under 5 minutes now to go first quarter. Score tied at 0. 2nd and 9 from their own 41. Whitehall scrimmages, and they go a little bit of a hurry up.
I have a feeling they're going to throw the football here. See if the Tigers can dial up some pressure.
It'll be Malachi Jackson out of the shotgun. Straight drop. Going to flip it right side, near side. Ball caught at the 45. Thrown down at the 49. Short of the first down, but Sean Brooks is the receiver on this near side. It's going to be shy of the first down by a yard. 3rd down and 1 with 4:25 to go first quarter, and it looks like Whitehall's going to kind of bring in a big package here.
Yeah, just a quick flip and catch. It was just a timing pattern, 3-step drop. The guy hitches, you just throw it at a certain time every time, and it's one of those plays that if you just continue to do a repetition, you can almost do it in your sleep. It sets up 3rd down and 1, very manageable here for the Rams.
They bring in a couple defensive tackles to stand right next to the quarterback with the halfback behind him out of the pistol. And they actually run a little counter give to the big defensive tackle listed in the running or into the roster here. And he is 5'3", 177 pounds. And it's Keyshawn Foster, who is going to be just shy of a 1st down.
He only gets right back to the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 1. Decision time for Whitehall as they're set in midfield. It's a terrible spot to turn it over on downs, but Tiger defense, dial it up here. See what you can come up with. Get a big stop.
Whitehall will come out of the shotgun. I thought maybe they'd go under center and just keep it up the middle, but it'll be Jackson out of the shotgun, Stafford to his left. 3 receivers to left, 1 right, 3:12 to go. And from their own 49, they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and he stopped. He's going to be stopped shy on this initial mark. Let's see where they officially mark it.
Wow, what a stand there by the Tiger defense. I think they stopped him, Aaron. I think you're right on.
The nose of the football is right at the 50, and that Bill, he's going to be 1 link. I have it on the binoculars. The nose he's going to be a link shy. He is going to be shy of the 1st down here. If the true marker is the 50-yard line, that football is a nose of the football away from the 50.
And I think it's honestly a pretty favorable spot for the Rams, but because the Tigers a great job up front. In front 4 for the Tigers, just shooting the gaps.
Not even
coming down, man. I tell you what, man, they were in the backfield quick.
Remember when they had to measure in the NFL with a piece of paper? This is how close this is right now. They stretch out the chains as they bring them out, and he is going to get it on the nose of the football. Whoa! So it wasn't truly at the 50. It was right on the hash mark of the 50-yard line. Whitehall picks it up. And in fact, I think actually if this was the NFL, you would take a couple different angle looks. I'm not saying it's not the right call, but where that ball spotted, that would be a little different college and NFL.
Yeah, and well, I think honestly,
but I like the purity of football.
You know, like I said, they may have got a pretty good spot, but that's the way it rolls.
Quarterback keeper around the right edge and thrown for a loss. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage is Jackson. That was just student body right, old school power football, and the Tigers stand.
Yeah, it was the tag team seniors right there, Aaron. Tim Simon coming from his defensive end position, and number 15, Kobe Alexander again from the linebacker position. Just a great job getting linked, getting outside, and shutting things down. 2nd down and long here. Maybe another passing situation. Whitehall seems to like to pass in this 2nd and long situation.
Jackson and Stafford. Jackson, the quarterback, Stafford to his left. Jackson going to straight drop. He takes a deep drop. Now he's going to roll left. Still looking. He's going to keep it across the 50 into Tiger territory down to the 41-yard line. There is a penalty flag right in the area of the hold. I have a feeling this 9-yard gain is going to come back.
Yeah, they're going to get the left tackle on that far side with the hold on number 20, Braden Plogger. I mean, Plogger just come off like a shotgun off the edge. And
you can even hear the coaches next to us say, there's a hold.
Yeah.
That's the Whitehall coach.
Well, I tell you what, he had to. He saved his quarterback. Yeah. Otherwise Plogger turned down on his back end, and he was going to blindside him. A great job there by Plogger, just make things happen, forcing penalties now. Back them up. It's going to be 3rd down and 20 for the Rams.
Speaking of the Rams mascot has made the trip down from Columbus all the way over on the far side.
I see him over there on the 50.
What a hot night to be in a mascot uniform, though. 2 receivers to either side, so 4 wide receivers total for Whitehall.
Kobe Alexander, look at him creeping up on this near side there, and see if they're going to try and dial up a blitz here on 2nd and long.
2nd and 20, as it'll be Jackson out of the shotgun. He points right at Kobe Alexander. To your point, sees that senior linebacker coming up, and here comes a snap that's early. Quarterback wasn't ready for it. Jackson's going to fall on it. No! Tigers are going to recover it. Jackson tried to stay on his feet and recover it, and sliding in was Teddy Bauer to make the Fumble recovery.
Boy, nimble Teddy Bauer. Great job there. The speed of the big man, Aaron, coming up the middle. Obviously, he didn't have to throw anybody off. The offensive line for Whitehall never moved other than the center. And Teddy Bauer shoots the gap, chases the ball down, beats the quarterback to it. A little slide move in there at the end, and is able to pick it up. Now the Tigers, great field position. They'll start this one on the 22.
With 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. High formation. They give. Here goes Tornes up the middle inside the 15. And he works his way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 9 for the Tigers senior.
So this is that situation, Aaron, we've seen many, many times already this year. This is a huge possession for the Tigers, not only obviously to get the first points on the board, but just mentality and confidence-wise. Your defense, again, gets you the ball back. See if you can, take full advantage of that and get your team 6.
Helps when you have they're going to give them a first down. So first down, a 10, late chain move here. A gain of 10 on the play for Tornes. Carver, the fullback, blocking for Tornes, who gets the carry right side. He's upended and thrown for a loss of a couple on the play. Whitehall had that one read out perfectly on that far side. And I'll bring up second down and 9 check that, second and 11 for Marietta. With under a minute to go, 47 seconds. Score tied at 0. Tigers with an opportunistic chance here at the end zone after the turnover, and they get the ball. And they have it right now inside the 15-yard line of the Whitehall Rams.
Man, that right side got blown up. Watch Miller across the middle right here.
And they're going to run option left. Pitch to Kobe Alexander looking for the corner. Alexander is going to get it. Penalty flag in the area of a hold comes in. Kobe does get inside the 10 for a gain of 5 on the play, but let's see if it comes back. Right in the area of a hold, they're going to take a look at Whitehall's coaching staff and say, you want to accept it? They sure we do. So from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 19 now for the Tigers with 20 seconds. And Bill, almost right on your cue, this has been the Achilles heel for the Tigers inside the 20, inside the 15, even inside the 10 at times.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, last week they had 2 drives inside the 20 stall, and that just really hurts when you lose a 12-0 football game and you stall twice in the red zone. I mean, it's hard on your offense. It's hard on the mentality. It's hard on the confidence. They really need something here.
10 seconds. Tigers get the snap off here at the end of the first quarter. They're going to heave it left side down to Owen Riley. Ball picked off at the 1. Returning it up the right sideline to the 10, 15, 20. This is going to be Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer across the 40, 45, and near the 46-yard line. The ball intercepted at the 1-yard line on a jump ball down towards Owen Riley, and the turnover ends the first quarter. It'll be Whitehall football when we return. Marietta 0, Whitehall 0. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Tonight, when we break down the game by the numbers, that's made possible by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill, they know that just like in tonight's game, there's a strategy, a game plan, and a hopeful outcome. The same should hold true for your investments, your retirement, and your financial future. Call Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby at 740-568-7860 for an appointment to discuss your financial goals. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation.
Smitty's Pizza is everywhere. Down the street, around the corner, and right out front.
I know they're right out front when they deliver, but how is Smitty's everywhere?
Well, for starters, you'll find them in Marietta, Reno, then Belpre, and Lowell. And don't look now, but Smitty's is in Barlow.
Wow, 5 rockin' Smitty's locations, or call for delivery and they'll come to you.
Trust me, it's the best pizza in the world. Sing it with me, Anna. Smitty's Pizza, the best pizza in the world. Yeah!
At the concession stand.
12 minutes spent on the second quarter clock here from Don Drum Stadium here in Cassidyville Parks, and you, wherever you may be tuning in. Homecoming 2025 at halftime. We won't name it. We'll find out who the homecoming king and queen are. We will also look at statistics, hear from new Hall of Famer, and more. Stay tuned at halftime. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 46 after the turnover. They're going to flip it near side, ball caught at the 48-yard line. So gain of 3 on the play. Reception made by Brooks again.
Good job there by Brooks, just going down and
John Brooks.
scooping that ball up. Obviously, the ball thrown pretty low. It was down near his shins, but he went down and got it.
48-yard.
Ended up picking up 2 on that. Now second down and 8 here for the Rams as they're on their own 48-yard line. 11:30 to go here in the first half. We're still scoreless here, 0-0.
Leanne Ross Kelly will be our halftime guest, class of 2010, and also new Hall of Famer 2025 for the Marietta High School Hall of Fame, which we'll talk about throughout the broadcast. Turn and give, left side, little mix-up in the backfield, making guys miss. Left sideline, into Tiger territory goes Stafford. Bill, they had him back in the backfield after the little mix-up. He just sidestepped a couple Tigers and picked up the first down.
Yeah, it was. I think he hit L1. I think it's the L1 button.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And
It looked like a PlayStation.
little jump step to the left and just made everybody miss. And a great job. He's just so explosive. He's got a lot of speed, and he was able to make that move at full speed. That's the key, is he didn't have to slow down to do any of that. And he's able to find the edge and get downfield. Now into Tiger territory, mark it at the 40 here, 1st and 10 for the Rams.
11 to go. And they mix up again in the backfield. This time, quarterback going to turn the corner, and Jackson's going to be inside the 30. And again, another mix-up works out for the Rams as the quarterback and halfback get mixed up in the backfield, but this one's a big gain of 15-plus inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 11:02 to go, just 1 minute into the second quarter.
Well, it looked like pretty tough running early in the first half, in the first quarter on the edges for the Rams. Now you see a couple busted plays. You know, the edge is wide open and able to pick up big chunk yards, and that's what we were trying to avoid.
Here comes Jackson out of the shotgun. Stafford to his left. 2 wide receivers to either side. Man in motion from left to right. Now he's going to drop the football as Jackson. He's going to keep it around the corner. Now look to throw across the middle. It's caught. Down to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown. The Tigers went for the interception. The reception made by Christian Miller. He scooted out of the tackle, and from 24 yards out, Whitehall will score first to make it 6-0 with 10:52 to go. And a point after attempt pending here for the Rams.
Boy, and Jackson put that one, Aaron, in all kinds of trouble. They threw it in between 4 defenders. The Tigers, I think they just didn't know who was going to make a play on the ball, and it's almost like they kind of waited on someone to make a play, and it ended up being a Ram who did so, and they get on the board first.
Point after attempt is good, so 10:52 to go as Herrera Williams kicks it up and through, makes it Whitehall 7, Marietta 0, second quarter. We'll be right back.
What do folks look for in a home? Your guess is as good as mine, but I must say, if you work with McCarthy Real Estate, we've seen it, we know it, and how to get to it. You can't beat experienced local service. It's a great time to list as demand is at an all-time high. With global access to potential buyers moving into our area, we are out in front on turnkey deals. Plus, we're there for you to navigate the appraisal, inspection, and banking process. McCarthy Real Estate, 2nd Street, Marietta, and at MariettaRealEstate.com.
Shop Apex True Value for great bargains of the month. Looking for a waterproof sealant for your windows, doors, and trim? Then grab Adapt 10.1 ounce, white or clear, Dynaflex Premium Elastomeric Sealant for just $4.99. And keep your chainsaw running smoothly with a Super S 1-quart bar and chain oil for only $3.99. Get these bargains of the month and more while supplies last at Apex True Value, 7th and Green Streets in Marietta.
People's Bank student checking account is...
So Whitehall set to kick off. 10:52 to go, second quarter. They strike first. 24-yard touchdown pass to Miller from Jackson. And here comes the return by Tornes. Straight line drive to him. He's up across the 30, 35. And Tornes going to be stopped at the 37-yard line. They still haven't marked it. 35-yard line. 10:45 to go. 7-0 Bill. And we were talking off air. That ball, it was placed by Jackson in all kinds of trouble, but Christian Miller makes the catch. One guy goes to intercept it for the Tigers, and I think they thought maybe he was going to lay him out. Instead, no one touches him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, and what you like to see when you got guys around there is, you like to see one guy at least going for the ball, a couple guys going for the ball, and another guy's looking for a body, looking for a wide receiver, but just miscommunication.
New quarterback into the game is going to be Miller, and here's a handoff up the middle across the 45-50, down inside Ram territory, and this is Logan Boyd, the senior linebacker running back, pardon me, and Boyd with a burst of speed inside the 50.
I tell you what, and that's what it was. It was a burst, Aaron. He had no doubt. He did not hesitate whatsoever. That was going off right side, and he made no mistake. He made it through the line into the second level very quickly and was able to find some space, now moving the ball into Ram territory.
Lucas Miller turns, gives Boyd left side. Now he's going to run outside, trying to run away from a couple tacklers. Couldn't quite do it, though, as wrapping him up was Darian Radcliffe. Remember that guy from last year on defense, the big senior linebacker. Radcliffe wears number 34. He had, against the wing T, he was a little bit of an issue last year at times.
You didn't hear that wrong either, Aaron. Aaron called it number 8. Lucas Miller has come in at quarterback to take over from McVeigh. Just trying to maybe throw in another little wrinkle here. We saw Owen Riley take some snaps last week.
They're going to look to throw as Miller as he rolls to his right, and he has it batted down. Up in his face was a couple different guys, including number 41 and Maurice Dean, also Lawrence Kenna.
Second down and 10.
And with 9:35 to go, it'll be third down here in the second quarter and 10 for the Tigers as they have it at the Whitehall 46, and they trail 7-0. Does Marietta.
Third down.
We're playing well defensively. Just a big play on third down from the 24. It's a 24-yard touchdown strike across the middle for Whitehall. Marietta now has moved the ball fairly well. They've gained 24 yards on this drive on the big run. They go straight I formation, Miller under center. He's going to turn and give left side. Here's Tornes. Tornes wiggles his way down near the 42-yard line, so it'll bring up fourth down. Decision time here for Marietta. You see McVeigh come in, and out comes number 2, Timmy Ryan for the Tigers. Kobe Alexander comes in, so you'll see McVeigh split out as a wide receiver.
You kind of wonder right there in that third down, coming out I formation, electing to run the football, if that decision was already made to go on fourth down.
4th and 6 from their own, or from the Whitehall 42. 9:03 to go. 7-0 Tigers trail. And Miller's going to fire it across the middle. Complete to Owen Riley. Makes the catch. Now a fumble. Picked up. No, incomplete pass is the official call. Owen Riley had it. Dropped it as he had a man right on him. Really good defense out of Whitehall right there. And Deron Phillips, middle linebacker, sophomore, stripped it away or hit it just at the right time. It would have been a first down. Instead, a turnover on downs, and it'll be Rams football.
Tell you what, pretty good ball right there thrown by McVeigh. He put a ball on a frozen rope to Owen Riley. Riley had every opportunity to catch that ball, and honestly, 9 times out of 10 this season, Owen Riley comes down with that football, but you got to credit the Rams right there, just being able to separate the ball from Riley and force that turnover on downs. Now the Rams come back out after scoring 6 or 7 on their last possession. They're going to take this one over near midfield at their own 42.
Jackson in the pistol, Stafford directly behind him. He takes the waist-high snap, gives to Stafford. Looking for some running room, he has nothing. He is met and dropped. Penalty flags fly in late. Whitehall a Tiger helmet ripped off. We'll see if this is not a personal foul.
And if so, that's going to be a huge loss because they're going to be able to take that sack as well. It'll be an 8 yards, or not a sack, but an 8-yard loss on the play, essentially. I'm sorry, it'll be a 4-yard, but marking a 4-yard loss. I think that's a little favorable too.
The question becomes, we'll see what the official call is here. I don't know that they're going to move this back. They're talking to both coaches.
Illegal participation, 71. Continued to play after his helmet.
Oh, wow.
15
wow.
So here's the...
So you get your helmet ripped off, and then you can't keep going. So yeah, just start ripping helmets off,
so
right?
That is so he gets his helmet knocked off, and then, knowing Teddy Bauer, he's not going to stop. Ends up in the mix with everything. And that's unfortunate that you're going to penalize. I get the rule. I get the rule. You want to be safe, but man, a high school kid's not going to stop
playing. The big question is, how does helmet come off?
There's the other.
There's the miss penalty to begin with.
Out of the shotgun comes Jackson. He has Stafford to his left. He'll look to throw, and he's going to be flushed up out of the pocket and sacked in the backfield. He's ridden down from behind by a couple tacklers. It was Plogger in first, and Will Tornis ends up bringing him down for the sack. Officially, it was Tornis on the sack. Plogger was there to chase him out of the pocket. The pocket.
Yeah, it almost looked like Plogger was maybe even riding his back for probably 4 yards right there. Great job by the quarterback in Malachi Jackson, just keeping his legs churning, man. I tell you what, that's just strength. Oh, they're going to give the Tigers another penalty.
And is that what it was? The official call face mask on the Tigers. So 8:16 to go, second quarter, 7-0. Whitehall on top. They'll have a first down and after they mark off the sack, and then the 5-yard penalty. They're still not sure where they're going to mark it.
So it's just, again, though, more untimely penalties. I mean, it's just in a bad spot, a bad time. Your defense starting to come up strong again, get a couple of stops there, and then you give them back now first down and short, 1st and 5, 1st and 6.
Out of the shotgun, Jackson has trouble with the snap, but he's going to turn the corner, looking to throw. He's at left sideline, passes incomplete, and boy, oh boy, he might have been in bigger trouble. There was a big hole in the middle of the field. No penalty flag that I see. So it'll bring up second down and 5 with 8:01 to go. Looked like Zach Carver was coming around the corner.
Boy, Zach Carver just about got ripped clear down to the ground. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know, man. I don't know how in the world you even missed that. It was very blatant right in the middle of the tackle box, but nevertheless, an incomplete pass, second down, now second down and 5.
8:01 to go, second quarter, 7-0 Whitehall on top. They have the football. They put 4 receivers stacked in a diamond formation to the left, 1 to the right. And so they bring now Stafford in motion, the halfback. They run the jet sweep right side. He looks for the corner, gets it. He's down the right sideline, hops over a Tiger at the 15, and falls inside the 15-yard line all the way down to the 12. Jackson, nicely designed play. They put everyone in 4 wide receivers. Stafford was one of them. They bring him back across the formation, and he rips off a big gain for the Rams. Gets a first down inside the 15 with 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go, second quarter. 7-0 Whitehall, and they're threatening again just outside the 10 with a 1st and 10. They can pick up a first down inside the 5. They have that same formation again with Stafford stacked here to the back. Jackson in the shotgun all by his lonesome, and 1 receiver to the right. They send him in motion. Now they keep it with the quarterback up the middle. And so inside the 10-yard line. So now the philosophy, it looks like, is the Tigers were doing a pretty good job against the run up the middle. They're just going to spread everyone out and let their 2 quarterback, running back combo go out around the edges.
Yeah, they're just trying to draw as many Tigers as they can out of that box now, and because the Tigers were able to pack guys in there and stifle that run. But
it's a good adjustment by Whitehall.
It's a great adjustment by Whitehall, and what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to open up some passing.
They go
out of that motion as well.
3 receivers, make it 4 again. Same formation here with 6:52 to go. Second down and 5 for the Rams. They're inside the 10-yard line of Marietta, leading 7-0. They're at the 9 to be exact, and it's going to be a jump ball down towards the corner of the end zone. Pass is overthrown, incomplete. Teddy Bauer makes sure that Jackson knows his presence in the backfield, and it'll bring up third down and 6 with 6:38 in the first half of play, second quarter. It is Whitehall 7, Marietta nothing, and the Tigers looking to come up big here again on defense with a 3rd and 6 with the ball at their 9-yard line.
Good job by Teddy there, getting some penetration, getting back into the quarterback, and even more so just making sure that the quarterback realized that you were that close. Yeah, I mean, you want them to remember the fact that you almost got in there and was able to bring him down for a sack. So Tiger defense now trying to hold strong with their backs against the wall. 3rd down and 6, 6:38 to go here. 3rd down and 6. See what the Rams come up with.
They send a man in motion from left to right. Couple receivers. Jackson looks to throw, sets his feet, now scrambles left. He has the edge if he wants it. Instead, he flips it to the back of the end zone to a wide open receiver into the end zone for a touchdown. The only question was his feet in? They were. Christian Miller, as it stands right now, catches it in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. There was a Tiger tackle on the edge. I'm not sure if they are going to call the hold here. Let's see. In the middle of the field.
I think they're going to bring this one back. And that's just one of those things where, you get a quarterback that is athletic. There was nothing to go. He was going right side, nowhere there. He reversed field back to the left-hand side. when you're an offensive lineman and
Sportsmanlike on the offense.
Oh, it's an
oh.
So here's the wild thing. So
Taunting.
it is a unsportsmanlike conduct, which is usually a post-possession penalty. It happens during the play, which is really odd. You never see it. The touchdown would have stood if it happens a few seconds later.
Well, most of the time when you see that flag, it's after the whistle. It's one of those extracurricular things after the whistle.
So, yeah, now they're going to – I mean, that I've never seen – so the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. They're going to get back on the officials are going to get back on the PA here and say that's a touchdown.
Wow.
Because unsportsmanlike can't happen during play, technically. It has to happen post-penalty.
Right.
Or a post-play. So the touchdown will stand. The pass from 9 yards out, Jackson to Christian Miller will stand. Miller was in the back of the end zone.
So how's that work, though? Say a guy gets pancaked, he stand over top of him, pancake, and is taunting before the ball's even thrown.
Yeah, it's still the real call should be
Extra point.
the real call should be a hold instead of if you want to.
Yeah.
If you have an unsportsmanlike during the play, unless someone wants to text me and tell me incorrectly that I believe an unsportsmanlike during a play is after the play ends.
It's not a dead ball foul.
Correct. So right now, 6:30 to go. The bigger story is the point after attempt being up and good and making the score now Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing with 6:30 to go. Tigers will get the football here in the second quarter when we come back, trailing by 2 touchdowns. You're listening to Marietta High School football on local radio.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app along with a People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
Your heart is the engine that keeps your body running. When something isn't quite right, it can throw your entire life out of rhythm. By choosing Memorial Health System for your heart care, you're choosing a team that understands how important it is that your life runs smoothly. From advanced diagnostics and minimally invasive procedures to complex open heart surgery and lifelong heart health support, our team is here to help you live confidently and never miss a beat. Learn more at mhsystem.org/itmatters.
6:30 to go, second quarter. Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing after a drive down the field that ends up with a little confusion, but it was the right call. The touchdown stands on the unsportsmanlike conduct. 9-yard touchdown pass from Jackson to Miller for Whitehall. 15-yard taunting penalty after the play happens, and so they'll kick it off deep in their own territory. Marietta will get a return out to the 45-yard line, Tornisville, and that will bring up really good field position here for Marietta.
Yeah, they're going to start out real close to midfield. They'll spot this one, I think, at the 45-yard line. So 6:24 to go here in the first half. Tigers scoreless. Down 2 scores here and really need to get something going offensively. They've shown a little bit of a promise to move the football, but, again, untimely penalties have been just tough to this Tiger football team tonight, and they've hardly been able to they haven't been able to overcome the turnover and let's see what they can come up with. Not a whole lot of time, but they need to eat it, though, too.
6:24. Miller takes a snap. He's going to keep it on the read option to the right. Gets one on the play. And that'll bring up second down and 9 as the Tigers again out near midfield at the 46-yard line, their own 46. We're at 6 minutes and 9 seconds. When this ball snapped, it'll be under 6 minutes. 14-0 Whitehall on top of Marietta here at Dondrum Stadium. Homecoming 2025, good crowd on hands. Student section filled up. Homecoming court down on the track. We'll find out who the king and queen are during the halftime festivities as Lucas Miller comes out with a shotgun. It's a man in motion. Here comes a touch for Owen Riley on the jet sweep, looking for some room. Puts his foot in the ground, gets up near the 49-yard line, out near midfield, just shy of the 50. It'll bring up third and 6, let's call it, for Marietta, with 5:30 counting here in the second quarter, trailing 14-0.
Good job there by Owen Riley, just getting his foot in the ground and getting north and south. I mean, there was nowhere to go. He would love to have found the sidelines, but number 0 on this near side for the Rams out of his defensive end position there, and he just come upfield. There was nowhere to go. He had to turn it back inside, but that's the job of that defensive end, and a job well done.
He is. He's a good one. 3rd and 6, they're going to give to Kobe Alexander. He's going to rumble down near the 45, dives forward to the 43, and picks up a Tiger first down. So on 3rd and 6, the Tigers keep it on the ground, and it'll be a first down for Marietta.
Yeah, big job there. Good job right there by the running back, Kobe. Look at that. I mean, in this offense now, moves the chains. All right, they obviously stopped the clock to do that, but I think ideally they would love to just take this drive all the way into halftime, see if they can eat up as much of this tail end of the first half.
I formation, they give to Tornes left side, good gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up second and 7, 4:40 to go here in the second quarter, 14-0. Marietta will get the football to start the second half. We talked about how hot it is, Bill, and we're through week 5, going into week 6 of the high school football season. You think fall's setting in? I know fall's next Saturday or something, but like that pumpkin spice that everyone has around just doesn't give you that feel for it.
I tell you what, though, it looks like after Monday we're back down into the 70s again, 50s at night. So I think fall is finally coming back.
Give the Tornish right side, turns around the edge, looking for some running room. He gets 4 on the play, but it's really quick defense of Whitehall making the tackle there.
Tackled by
Ronnie Phillips,
by number 30.
And so it'll bring up 3rd down and 3. So with 3:50 and counting here in this second quarter of play, Marietta trails 14-0. But they're on a little bit of a drive from left to right on your radio dial, and they do get the football again to start the second half. It will go under center.
Tornes, good job finding something there, though. Now 3rd and manageable.
Lucas Miller. Before he can crawl under center, it'll be a Whitehall timeout. 3:31 to go, second quarter. It's Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing. 3rd and 4 for the Tigers when we come back.
Hey everybody, it's Alexis White here, your financial friend from the Citizens Bank Company. Did you know that we have 4 convenient locations to serve you? We're in Belpre, Barlow, Marietta, and Beverly, but hey, if it suits you, check us out anytime at thecitizens.com, your virtual gateway to all things banking. We get it. Online and ATMs are cool, but have you ever experienced the joy of a warm welcome? Step into one of our branches and you'll see what we mean. First-class service on a first-name basis. The Citizens Bank Company, where banking feels personal because, well, it is.
The Fry Dental Group is a longtime sponsor of the Marietta High School Tiger Big Drill, player of the game. Not just a player, could be a play, could be a fan in the stands, could be a cheerleader, it could be you. Tune in to WMOA for every Tiger broadcast and listen close for the Marietta High School Tiger Fry Dental Group Big Drill, player of the game, brought to you by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group.
3:31 to go, 3rd down and 4 here in the second quarter. Lucas Miller will go under center after the Whitehall timeout. The Tiger senior quarterback will turn and hand to Tornes, who's looking for some room. Falls forward for a gain of 1. Right there was Maurice Dean, though, the defensive tackle, to slow down Tornes. And it'll bring up 4th and short as Tornes gets maybe a half yard. And 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Whitehall with 2 timeouts left. Marietta with all 3. I don't think that's as big of a story as Whitehall with those 2 timeouts. They're going to let this play out, though. They're not going to use a timeout. Play clock down to 20 seconds. So this ball will be snapped under 3 minutes. Well under 3 minutes after the Tigers break the huddle.
So Kobe Alexander checks into that halfback spot.
Lucas Miller out of the shotgun. He will take the snap, and he's going to throw a little pop pass across the middle, and it's almost intercepted. He was looking for the tight ends, and Plogger. It was almost intercepted by Corey Jackson, and luckily for the Tigers it wasn't, because no one was going to catch him.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, too, because, you designed that to try to hit that dunk underneath right there, right? But the linebacker stepped under into that passing. Had he not dunked the ball, had he just flicked it out about 15 yards in front of Plogger, there was nobody in the defensive backfield behind there.
Design, Miller acts like he's going to keep it, and on the way, Tim Tebow on the way the line of scrimmage just tried to jump pass, And so Whitehall with 2 timeouts will get the football at their own 36-yard line with 2:45 to go in the second quarter. They lead 14-0.
Tigers need to pull out a little of that turnover juju here and see if they can give themselves an opportunity.
Quarterback, and Jackson will keep it around the right corner. And he's going to break up across the 45-yard line, but a penalty flag flies in. And this one will be coming back.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Whitehall on a penalty. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. They're going to take it back to the 30-yard line. So still now 2 minutes, 37 seconds left on the clock. First half action. Rams have the football in their own territory and going backwards here, like I said, to the 30. See what they try to do here now in kind of no man's land, although it is still first down.
Can the Tigers somehow get some kind of turnover to go their way here and maybe get a score, steal a score on the way into halftime? 2:29 to go, low snap. Jackson's going to roll left, look to throw towards the sideline, ball complete, and getting out of bounds. Nice job by the wide receiver, not only making the catch, Bill, but then he grabs the football, make sure that he has. That's Nate Jenkins Jr., and he gets out of bounds. And he didn't try to do too much. That was a nice play.
Yeah, he gets out of bounds, stop the clock, 2:23. Chunk play right there. Now second down and 13 for the Rams. They're going to spot this one around the 33-yard line of Whitehall.
2:23, 14-0. Bill mentioned here in the second quarter. Clock does stop as Jenkins got out of bounds. That penalty that took them back sets them up in the second and 13, but they lead 14-0. To the Rams. Tigers bring the blitz off the edge, and Jackson's going to sneak out of it. He's going to roll right, still looking, heave it down the right sideline. Passes incomplete. McVeigh almost picks it off out near midfield. Instead, it'll bring up third down and 13. 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Second quarter, Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing.
In and out of the hands of McVeigh. Almost able to make a big play right there, but Kobe Alexander for the Tigers just chasing the quarterback down in the backfield. A great job pressuring the quarterback, making him get outside the pocket, and they can use his own feet and throw on the run. And of course, that affects your accuracy, and it just about gave that one right back to the Tigers.
4 receivers, 2 right, 2 left. Line side of the field, this near side, left side. Jackson on the right hash out of the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. Sets his feet, now rushed up the middle, and he's brought down in the backfield. Goes the Tigers, but Teddy Bauer was the first one there. A sack, and I'll bring up fourth down. Let's see if Marietta doesn't burn a timeout with 2:16 to go in a punting situation here for Whitehall.
Yeah, great job there. Teddy Bauer coming in from the left-hand side. And I think it was also 77, Brecken Croft, the freshman, the big guy down there, bearing down as well. I would give him credit for that sack as well. Tigers now getting pressure on the quarterback.
2:10 to go. Timeout. Marietta will take one with them. It'll be a fourth down and 17 when we come back. So Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing.
Shop Apex True Value for great bargains of the month. Refresh your home with Easy Care's 1-gallon bright white flat latex ceiling paint for $24.99. Ready to upgrade your yard work tools? Check out Fiskars Telescoping Bypass Lopper for only $22.99. And pick up her warmers, 32-ounce instant mold and mildew stain remover for just $4.99. Get these bargains of the month while they last at Apex True Value, 7th and Green Streets in Marietta.
Back here, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to halftime. 14-0 Whitehall on top of Marietta. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll break down statistics. We'll hear Johnny Ward have a conversation with Leon Ross Kelly, who will be one of the newest inductees into the Marietta High School Hall of Fame, which will take place October 10th here on the field against Fort Fry. Dinner is October 11th. Reach out to one of the committee members, including myself, for more information. And the Tigers do come after it. Low snap. Ended up getting the punt off somehow, just Whitehall. A nice job by Lathan Western as he gets a great hop, too. It's going to go all the way down inside the 30, but low snap to his left. He avoids 2 guys coming at him who probably could have tackled him. Thought he was going to punt it instead, so they stayed on course, and he rolls to his right and rugby punts it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, even when you think you have a good line to the punter right there.
That's just unfortunate.
It's unfortunate because you have to kind of pull up. You don't want to go through the punter because then it doesn't matter if he kicks it or not. They're going to have a first down for going through him.
And how about Western's heaviness?
Yeah, he was able to just pull it down, a little rugby style, and a good roll all the way down to the 28-yard line. But the Tigers now, 1:59 to go in the half, looking to get their first score on the board. And as you mentioned, we'll get the ball back. And after half. 2 timeouts as well. Here comes a jet sweep, left side. It's going to be Tornes up across the 30 to the 32. Picks up 3, maybe 4 on the play. Under 1:50 to go here in the second quarter. 14-0 Whitehall on top of Marietta, who goes hurry-up offense. We'll split 2 receivers to the right, and Plogger and Tornes 2 to the left. And Miller out of the shotgun. He's going to set up in the pocket, look to throw, still scrambling. Now he's going to flip it out to his flare. Kobe Alexander, who makes the catch at the 35, falls up near the 40, picks up a Tiger first down. Enough time for the clock to stop until they move the chains. And with 1:25 to go, Tigers will take a look at the sideline and get a play in. Great job buying time right there, just stepping up in the pocket, feeling the pressure, feeling that, just the awareness, and then catching his man in perfect stride for a first down.
Miller out of the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 right. And he'll look to throw, sets up a screen, he throws it away. Ball still on the ground, finally blown dead. Officials were trying to decide if that was going to be a fumble or if his arm came across. We're going to have a Tom Brady situation there.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a grounding call out of that.
I'm shocked it wasn't.
Teddy Bauer was the closest man to the football, and obviously he is not eligible from the tackle spot to catch it. But
no flag.
It was just really weird. There wasn't even a whistle to end the play.
No. Second down and 10, 1:11 to go, second quarter. 14-0 Whitehall on top of Marietta. They spread receivers out, 2 to either side. Miller out of the shotgun from his own 38. Gives the Alexander left side. Kobe covers up the footballs. He's wrapped up after a gain of 3. And it'll bring up third down long, 3rd and 8 for Marietta, maybe 3rd and 7, under a minute to go. So you'll see what you do on this play for the Tigers. Obviously, if you pick up a first down, you use a timeout. Whitehall does have 2 timeouts as well.
Line of scrimmage, 42-yard line.
So Miller out of the shotgun, 44 seconds. Second quarter, Tigers trail 14-0. And they're going to heave it down the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted at the 40. Weaving his way up and down the right sideline now, and this is Corey Jackson. He's finally going to be pushed out of bounds, but there are still 30 seconds on the clock when Jackson is knocked out at the Tiger 36-yard line. He picked it off down near the 35 of the Rams and returned it all the way to the 36 on the other side.
Boy, and I think they got away with another one there. Number 17 for the Rams was just climbing up the back of the intended wide receiver, and I think was number 22, Will Tornes. I mean, he was just all over him. He was draped all over him. There was no way for Tornes to even make a play on the football. Nevertheless, the Rams get one.
36-yard line.
30 seconds to go. 2 timeouts, 14-0. Whitehall on top of Marietta. They do have a good field position from the Tiger 36. Jackson sends a man in motion. He will look to throw. Penalty flag will stop the play before it can get started on a false start. So, talked about as they mark off this penalty, best of the best, Marietta High School Hall of Fame 2025 edition will be October the 11th. Will be the actual induction, but Hall of Famers will be introduced out on the field at halftime on October 10th against Fort Fry. Jingwin Thiessen, Corey Creekbaum, Doak Markley, Leanne Ross Kelly, Mark Warden, and the late Andy Wentz. Newest inductees, congratulations to all of them. All great Tigers. 27 seconds to go. 1st and 15. You played for one of those guys, Bill. 41 is where the ball is. Jackson's going to look to throw. He's going to fumble the football. It's going to be picked up by Marietta. Here they go the other way on a return. To the 30, to the 20, to the 15, and finally brought down at the 20-yard line. The return man there for the Tigers, Bill, officially, I believe it was Gully.
Yeah, there's a flag down at the 50-yard line. Should have been a flag down at the end of it, too, for a horse collar, but they got away with another. But see what happens here is Like I said, flags down around the 50. I don't know if that's just a turnover marker.
So
looks like they're going to get a hold on the offense.
It's going to be declined. So Gully with the Tigers sets him up. 17 seconds to go, and Jackson just dropped the football.
Yeah, he did. He just lost the handle on it, and a great job by the Tigers seeking out that football.
Inside the 20 again, though. Here you go, Bill.
Yeah, inside the 20, 17 seconds to go here in the half. Tigers obviously mightily struggling in this part of the field, and see if they can come up with something here. A huge spot, though, because they need a touchdown so badly, and we'll get the opportunity in the second half to get it on the kick.
I'm going to make Lucas Miller come off the field because I don't know if he has a substance on his arm or equipment issue or what. So that'll move McVay back to the quarterback spot. He'll look to throw. McVay's going to fire it across the middle to Riley, whose pass was
torn down.
Going to be incomplete. He was going back to the right to try to grab it, pulled down from behind. Everyone wants pass interference. They do not get it, though. With 13 seconds to go here in the first half, 14-0. Whitehall on top of Marietta. Ball sits at the 18-yard line. Tigers here in the first half. Man, that was a tough one.
Yeah, tough one there for the Tigers. A good route there by Owen Riley. Good job running his man on his outside. He was open. The ball maybe thrown just a little bit behind him. He tried to make a play for it.
When he turned,
he was just yanked down to the ground.
So McVay will stay at quarterback. Two receivers either side. Kobe Alexander to the left of McVay. McVay's going to step up in the pocket, but he's going to be sacked. Sacked back at the 27. Marietta will use the timeout. One of their two left. It was Lawrence Kenneth,
41.
and also number 41, Maurice Dean. We've called those two guys defensively all night. We're going to keep it right here with 6 seconds to go in the half. 14-0 Whitehall. Marietta has one, maybe two plays. Average plays 4 to 6 seconds. So if it's a pass, it's probably going to be the final play of the game unless you throw it early. But
you got to think it's probably a jump ball to the end zone.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Again, at halftime, we'll have our homecoming king and queen. We'll hear from Leanne Ross Kelly. We'll look at statistics and more. Tigers go on the road next week at Circleville. Of course, you can hear it right here on local radio. Circleville started the season 4-0. They were down in their game that we saw just a little bit ago. But at Circleville team that it's a name, people may know the name of the new head coach there, Jay Sherritt. Jay Sherritt, that name might sound familiar, won a state championship with Pickerington Central, was at Pickerington Central for many years. Powerful. Built that program into a power. And then he's from Circleville, retired for a couple years, and then took that job. 6 seconds to go, 3rd down and 18. As McVay comes out of the shotgun.
Second down.
Right before half, 6 seconds. McVay flushed out of the pocket and sacks. Sacked again. Kenneth Marietta with 1 second does get another timeout off. And so it'll bring up 4th down. The down's not the problem here or the issue. It'll be a 31-yard bomb to the end zone is where you have to put it down to.
Well, the problem there being, too, is right now with no time to throw the football, you got to give your receivers time to get down the field. Right now, there's not time to get down the field for the Tigers wide receivers as the Rams are just coming off the ball hot, getting pressure into McVay, and the defense for the Rams really stepping up actually on this drive.
Lawrence Kenneth has been an absolute terror, the junior. How about this? 6'3", 205. He is put together, too, down there off the edge. And also, again, number 41, Maurice Dean, the defensive tackle nose guard, giving some trouble to the Tiger defense. These fellows are pretty big young men. 14-0, 1 second to go before half. Marietta has the football, 4th down and 23. That's not the important part. The ball sitting at the 31-yard line of Whitehall. This will be the final play of the half unless there's a defensive penalty. Whitehall will drop coverage all the way back in a prevent. And the Tigers will dump it off in the flats. Pass is going to be incomplete. And that is how the first half went. Halftime here at Don Drome. It is Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing. We'll be back. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
For each and every Tiger game, we have a chance to break it down, thanks in part to the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. When it comes to numbers, the Mannix Allen Group has more than 3 decades of combined experience helping people with their investments and retirement goals. Call Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby, 740-568-7860 to arrange an appointment to review your investment game plan. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation.
At Miller Home Services, we believe comfort starts with trust and ends with a home that feels just right. As your local HVAC experts, we offer professional equipment installation sized perfectly for your home, and our affordable maintenance packages help extend the life of your system and prevent the surprise breakdowns. Need a new system? No problem. We've got flexible financing to fit your budget, so comfort doesn't have to wait. Call Miller Home Services today at 740-896-5035 or visit us at millerhs.com.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with a People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
When couples shop for flooring at Honest Fred's, we offer simple advice, and it's usually different for men than it is for women. Hi, this is Annie, and we tend to tell the ladies, take your time, take a sample home, make sure the color is just right. When it comes to the guys, we say, come in and take a look, and get whatever she thinks is best. Honestly, though, our best flooring ideas come from talking to our customers. We're really just here to help every step of the way.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
Back here at halftime, Aaron Cassidy alongside Bill Parks. So glad you're with us wherever you may be. And halftime score, Whitehall 14, nothing on top of Marietta. So we got here through a couple different ways. 2 touchdown passes, one from 31 yards out. It was a scrambling drill, if you will, from Jackson, the quarterback, who's been pretty good. He throws it across the middle, and he found Christian Miller for a touchdown. That was the first score. And then they come back a couple drives later, and although a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty happens, wide open in the back of the end zone was Christian Miller again, and Jackson found him for another touchdown. So a couple touchdowns, throwing the football for Jackson, rushing the football. Stafford, they got away from it a little bit in the second quarter, did Whitehall, but Stafford does have around 71 yards on the ground. Leading rusher for the Tigers is Tornis with just around 41 yards. So the Tigers right now find themselves out there. They've driven and had the ball not given to them, but a couple turnovers inside the 25, a couple times inside the 20. And again, I feel like it's the same story every week right now. And Coach Guffner probably does too. And it's just one of those maddening things where last 2 weeks in 6 quarters, you have 7 turnovers and no points.
Yeah, 7 turnovers, no points. You've been inside the 20, I think now 4 or 5 of those times, and haven't been able to capitalize as well. It's got to be so frustrating for the coaching staff. It's got to be so frustrating for the kids right now because, I mean, it's not a lack of effort. No. I mean, you see these kids, they're tough kids, they're showing toughness, the effort's out there. Boy, they just can't quite put it together. Just it's frustrating, but credit to the kids, though. They're still battling.
Tigers trail 14-0 here at halftime again. Don't forget, on October 10th at home against Fort Fry, it'll be the Hall of Fame induction ceremony here out on the field. As it will be Jen Gwen Thiessen, Corey Creekbaum, Doak Markley, Leanne Ross Kelly, Mark Warden, and the late Andy Wentz. All will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then October 11th we'll have a special ceremony that will honor the best of those Marietta Tigers. And so tickets, which are on sale, include a buffet dinner, are $40 each. Table sponsorship, we're still taking those. Get up to 8 tickets are included in the table sponsorship for $300. If you're interested in purchasing tickets or a table, please contact the radio station or any of the committee members, myself, Diane Eschbald, Mark Duckworth, Heidi Humphrey, Jim Humphrey, John Dowdy, Joe Matheny, Molly Schramm, or Athletic Director Hannah Croft, of course, Chris Worf as well. So again, halftime here at Marietta and Dodrum Stadium. It is Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing. When we come back, Johnny Ward caught up with Leanne Ross Kelly, talks about her career here at Marietta, the future 2025 Hall of Famer. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Smitty's Pizza is everywhere. Down the street, around the corner, and right out front.
I know they're right out front when they deliver, but how is Smitty's everywhere?
Well, for starters, you'll find them in Marietta, Reno, then Belpre, and Lowell. And don't look now, but Smitty's is in Barlow.
Wow, 5 rockin' Smitty's locations, or call for delivery and they'll come to you.
Trust me, it's the best pizza in the world. Sing it with me, Anna. Smitty's Pizza, the best pizza in the world. Yeah!
When you're looking for a new home, why not seek the counsel of a real estate agency that folks have trusted in the Mid-Ohio Valley for more than 65 years? This is Steve McCarthy from McCarthy Real Estate, and we know the housing market inside and out. You couldn't find a better time to list your home. List it with me and I'll do the rest. Finding comparable appraisals in the area, information on schools, neighborhoods, and setting the right price. We know the real estate market like the back of our hand and will gladly hold yours through this process. See listings at MariettaRealEstate.com.
When couples shop for flooring at Honest Fred's, we offer simple advice, and it's usually different for men than it is for women. Hi, this is Annie, and we tend to tell the ladies, take your time, take a sample home, make sure the color is just right. When it comes to the guys, we say, come in and take a look, and get whatever she thinks is best. Honestly, though, our best flooring ideas come from talking to our customers. We're really just here to help every step of the way.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
Another Hall of Fame Spotlight interview, our 2025 induction class this year spanning the years from 1970 to 2010, and we're pleased to be joined from that class of 2010, Leanne Ross Kelly. We might have a Ross wing in this Hall of Fame before it's all over with. Talk a little bit about this. We'll jump right into that. Third generation, of course, your dad and your grandfather, folks I knew very well. Talk a little bit about joining those guys in this particular Hall of Fame and what that means to you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. I'm really honored, and it's just something very, very special, especially to be alongside my dad and my grandpa. I mean, I called him Pappy, but my dad, Bill, and then my grandpa, Pappy Ross, to be the third generation. It's just, when I got the call, I had to take a moment because I was just like, wow, being one of the 3 in the Hall of Fame, it just means so much to me, and especially for me as a basketball player, I looked up to my dad so much, and I really hope to one day be as successful as he was on the court, and it's just pretty special to know that all that hard work paid off, and to be with them alongside them in this Hall of Fame is really, really special.
Leanne Ross Kelly is our guest here from the class of 2010. And for the record, we called him Pappy as well. We were
okay, great.
We were usually being chased down by the where we were skipping school, but he was a little different for you. But speaking of the basketball part, I see that number 22 in your personal email. Is there an affinity for that number?
Oh, yes. 22 obviously was my dad's number, and so when I played basketball, I had to have that number, right? So it's funny how it's carried on. I was 22 in middle school, high school. When I went to college, I was number 22. When I got married, I looked at the dates in the summer months of 2017, and what do you know, July 22nd was on a Saturday, so I was like, that's the date. That's the number we're going with. So 22 has stuck with me through my whole life, and it all started because it was on my dad's jersey. So
that's fantastic. So 2006 to 2010, those high school years, I want to hone in, and I'm going to ask you what your favorite sport is because we never, but I want to hone in on the transition from early years cross country or or the speed, the 100-yard dash or whatever it was, into these specialty things that I'm so fascinated with, the high jump and the long jump. So at what point did you say, man, I could be really good at this?
Yeah, wow. High jump, the field of jumps in general, in track and field, I think I just kind of was just trying some new things, and I think they were looking for some people to fill some spots in those roles. And middle school, I think 8th grade, I tried high jump, and I was pretty good at that age for it. And then going into high school, Molly Stram really helped me with the fundamentals of the jump, long jump and high jump. And year by year, I just kind of got better at it, and I never expected to be in the field events at all. So I think by the time I was a freshman, I was one of the best ones, and so we just kind of stuck with it. And once I actually learned how to do the jumps and not just kind of wing it, it was I was able to kind of put those 2 and 2 together and be successful at especially high jump. And I never really was expecting the success, I guess, in the field events, but I'm really happy that I decided to go that route, and I'm really glad that Molly Sherman is my coach, because she really helped me a lot to grow in those areas. And I had a great time. I had so much fun with it. So
one of the other things, I guess, I mean, you were knocking down those records in the high jump and the long jump throughout your years, and I can't imagine when I look at there and see some of the numbers you put up. But what about this relay? I didn't even know there was such a thing. So tell me a little bit about there's a long jump and a high jump relay?
Yeah, so you get your top 3, I guess, athletes in the long jump and the high jump, and you put them together and you add up the totals. And we had, fortunately in my class, and younger, there were some younger kids that did pretty well in it. And so having me and 2 others all be pretty successful at it, pretty good. When we added our numbers up, we ended up winning and breaking the school record. And yeah, it's kind of funny because I at times forget that we even hold those records. But we had relay meets, so there would be specific track meets throughout the year, maybe like 1 or 2 that was just for relays. So that's when we would do the relays for the field events, which you don't normally see.
All right, that's fantastic. We're going to take a break. Our guest is Leanne Ross Kelly, class of 2010, inductee into the 2025 Marietta High School Athletic Hall of Fame. We're going to talk hoops when we come back, and we'll be back right after this.
Winter is right around the corner. Do you know for sure that your furnace is ready for the task? Miller Home Services can put your mind at ease with our affordable maintenance packages. Our technicians will do a complete system check to make sure your system is running at peak performance. If you need a new system, we have you covered with quick and affordable equipment installations. Locally owned and operated, we give you our professional service with a hometown feel. Call today at 740-896-5035 or visit us at millerhs.com.
Tune in to every Marietta Tiger broadcast on a Tiger standout athlete. The Tiger Big Drill Player of the Game, made possible by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group, with offices on Green Street in Marietta and 5th Street in Beverly. Go get 'em, Tigers, from the Fry Dental Group.
Shop Apex True Value for great bargains of the month. Looking for a waterproof sealant for your windows, doors, and trim? Then grab Adapt 10.1 ounce, white or clear, Dynaflex Premium Elastomeric Sealant for just $4.99. And keep your chainsaw running smoothly with a Super S 1-quart bar and chain oil for only $3.99. Get these bargains of the month and more while supplies last at Apex True Value, 7th and Green Streets in Marietta.
Johnny Wharf in a spotlight, and Ross Kelly. Wanted to transition to hoops. I'm still fascinated by your track numbers, but 1,000 points, 4+, and in that one, I feel I watched your dad play and was fascinated with him, and did the same with you. So was that a lot backyard shooting early on, or how'd that start?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That started early on. I just took to basketball very early. I mean, I would say I was like 4 years old when I was playing in the YMC basketball league. But, yeah, my dad and my sisters and I, we would be outside shooting hoops all the time, and I loved it. I mean, I never once felt like I was working, or like, you know, never once felt like I was like, oh man, this is a lot. I'm always out here working on I just absolutely loved it. And my dad, no matter what, he'd be out there catching my shots for me, passing me the ball, teaching me the fundamentals. You know, he had one of the best shots I've ever seen, and so I really wanted his shot, and so he helped me a lot, and it was just time and dedication, and a lot of hoops out in the backyard, and he was always there, and my mom and my sisters, they always supported me and they helped me, and so I just always remember we'd have like the back porch light on, and I'd be out there shooting hoops until real late, and my mom was like, okay, Leanne, it's time to come in now. But those were really great times, really great memories.
All right, Leanne Ross Kelly is our guest, two-time Player of the Year in the SEOAL, three-time All-SEOAL, three-time first-team All-District, District 10 Player of the Year, those All-Ohio honors coming in, school game scoring record, all this cred. You've had a little swagger. I can see that. Did you feel that when you walked onto the floor?
Man, not really, and maybe I always wanted to be the best on any court I stepped on, definitely, so I held myself to a pretty high standard when it came to that. But when I think my dad taught me this from a really young age, to be very humble and not to, just go out there and take care of business. And so when I would see any articles or watch, people would say things or whatever, I kind of just always kept my mouth shut. But I definitely played with a chip on my shoulder. I definitely wanted to go out there and be the best on the court. So that internal, I had that internally within myself to be like, go out there and to be the best on the court, and I had a lot of help though, so it wasn't just me, it was definitely my teammates all around me that helped me get to that point. But it was just something in my mind, and I set goals for myself, and I really wanted to reach them. So yeah.
Did you like one sport better than another?
Yeah, basketball has always been my one, my favorite, my one true love. But I just, at the very end of it, I got a lot of offers for track and field to go to college. And for a second, I thought about it, but I knew that I wouldn't be as happy as I would be if I went to play basketball. So basketball is definitely my favorite.
Hey, Leanne, so I mentioned you're the young gun in this class this year. Did you have a chance? I always like to ask people that played at such a high level in high school, and then college, as you mentioned, you recruited. So do you still have your hand in it, or have you done any, I see cross country or coached or anything like that?
Not really. What I did do was in college and a little bit after, I did train some girls individually. We go to the gym together, but I haven't actually coached a team yet. But I do have two small boys, and so I'm thinking maybe one day if they decide to play basketball, maybe I'll just kind of dabble in coaching them at a young age. But no, I haven't really went out there and coached at all. I haven't really been playing either as far as like 5-on-5 goes, but I do like to get out there and put some shots up.
You did. You were one of those girls that showed up on the intramural stuff. I remember Kathy Clark, and here she comes, going to play with the good boys down there, right? That's always fun to think about. So.
Oh, so fun! Yeah.
Right. Well, you still got that humble gene, so we appreciate you taking some time with us. We're looking forward to seeing you here and celebrating you on the 11th. Two-time Hall of Famer, Leanne Ross Kelly. Thank you for your time and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with a People's Bank debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
Your health changes with every season of life. That's why Memorial Health System is here with primary care that grows with you. From everyday checkups to same or next day appointments, our providers don't just treat symptoms. They listen. They check in. They remember what matters to you. Primary care that goes beyond the appointment. That's expecting more. With more than 70 providers, 27 locations, and 40,000 already established patients, you are sure to find the perfect fit for you. Learn more at mhsystem.org/partner.
Shop Apex True Value for great bargains of the month. Refresh your home with Easy Care's 1-gallon bright white flat latex ceiling paint for $24.99. Ready to upgrade your yard work tools? Check out Fiskars Telescoping Bypass Lopper for only $22.99. And pick up her warmers, 32-ounce instant mold and mildew stain remover for just $4.99. Get these bargains of the month while they last at Apex True Value, 7th and Green Streets in Marietta.
Back here at halftime, Eric Cassidyville Parks 14-0. Our halftime score, Whitehall on top of Marietta. We'll recap the first half for you in just a minute. Again, heard from Hall of Famer Leanne Ross Kelly, Jen Gwen Thiessen, Corey Creekbaum, Doak Markley, Mark Warden, Andy Wentz. All the deceased Andy Wentz will all go into the Hall of Fame. On October the 11th is the official Hall of Fame banquet dinner. October 10th, it'll be recognized here at Don Drum Stadium. And so, Tigers, you can reach out to any of the Tiger Hall of Fame committee members, Mark Duckworth, myself, Diana Eschball, Heidi Humphrey, Jim Humphrey, John Dowdy, Joe Matheny, and Molly Schramm, Hannah Croft, Chris Worf. Purchase tickets for $40 or table for $300. That'll be a fun night. And Bill, we have a homecoming king and queen named.
Yes, Jocelyn Arnold is our new homecoming queen, and Drennan Threet is the king.
Okay.
So Jocelyn Arnold is the queen, and Drennan Threet is the king.
She is Ben Arnold, who we went to school with, and the late Missy Arnold. The daughter of them, and it was kind of special for us to see her named queen, just knowing Missy all those years and stuff, and we definitely miss her, and having her around the community misses her in general. I mean, just such a great person.
Yeah, she was a great person. She was very influential in the community and downtown Marietta. She made quite a name for herself. Somebody that we went to school with for many years, graduated with her, and yeah, pretty cool to see your daughter Jocelyn get recognized. And Jocelyn's the student body president. She's, I believe, she's intending to go to college for business, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, just a big moment.
And then I know you'll get a little bio on Drennan Threet too, as he was named homecoming king. Festivities going on. I believe I heard before the game the freshmen won the decoration contest for the floats. So I think that was announced before the game, but king and queen named here tonight. 14-0, our score here at halftime. And first half was the story of Marietta. Again, I feel like it's been the last couple of weeks. Is they got 2 turnovers. They had 5 last week, unable to get points in any of those. The last 7 turnovers, Tigers have not been able to put into points. And so they had the ball a couple times inside the 20, unable to get it. And then when Whitehall, they score on a 31-yard touchdown pass, and then a 9-yard touchdown pass. Marietta had a chance at the end of the first half to get it, again, inside the 20 with a couple timeouts, and just unable to get anything and stall out and find themselves down 14-0.
Yeah, before I go too far into football, though, I'm going to go right back to the king, Drennan Threet. Found it here, Aaron. What a great young man as well. He's on the Marietta High School crew team. He's in the Interact Club, and he's actually the vice president of the student body. So that's kind of...
So I wonder when the last time that's ever happened in Marietta history.
Yeah, kind of fitting.
Vice president of the student body.
He's also National Honor Society vice president as well. He attends college, planning to attend college, next year to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering.
All right, so congratulations to those two.
Also, quick congratulations also to the court for the football team. Will Tornes was out there, and also Teddy Bauer, both mentioned, two guys from who have been instrumental so far for this team and keeping these guys together. But we saw, those guys have been mixing it up for quite a few years.
Yeah, well, and so, talked to Coach throughout the week, and he said last several weeks, right, of how the senior class has really kept everyone together. And when you played as many games as they put the +3, they almost got halftime started, or the second half started a little too fast here, but they put everyone together with this senior class. You're talking a lot of these guys starting as some as freshmen, definitely as sophomores, had some success, and then this year just things not going the way they want them to. They've been in everything. Outside, even the Athens game, they're in that late. I mean, they've been in every single game.
Yeah, they really have. They've been in every game. So you got to, there's something to say for that. Obviously, as a player, you want wins. As a coach, you certainly want wins, and any loss is not what you went out on the field for. And when you got 4 in a row, boy, it's tough. It's really hard to keep guys in it. And actually, I spoke with Kobe Alexander last weekend after the game, and I just told him, you just got to kind of keep everybody together, keep everybody's head in it, and a lot of times it's harder as an underclassman to keep in it. The seniors, their minds typically are going to be there.
Sure,
but it's the underclassmen that know they have another season. They may have one more season next year. They may have 2 more seasons after that to try to to right the ship, per se. But these seniors know this is it. This is their last opportunity, and now they're trying to win football games and still try to keep everybody as a nucleus together.
Thank our Tiger sponsors here on the radio: McCarthy Real Estate, Memorial Health System, People's Bank, Fried Dental Group, a big drill player of the game, Merrill, Stats, and providing our stats tonight, Sewer Photography, of course, in the pregame, Honest Fred's Flooring, Warrants, IGA, Apex True Value, Smitty's Pizza, and Seth Miller and SM Home Services. Again, you heard from Leanne Ross Kelly at halftime, Marietta Athletic Hall of Fame. Entrance ceremony to be at the Tower Event Center, Marietta Tennis Center, the old Marietta Tennis Center. And so that will happen on October 11th, the actual banquet. The Hall of Fame class recognized at halftime. Tickets are $40 for a table, tickets for 8 at that table. You can get a hold of any of the committee members or call the station. We can definitely get you in touch with that. Jen, Quinn Thiessen, Corey Creekbaum, Doak Markley, Leanne Ross Kelly, Mark Warden, and the late Andy Wentz. Bill, you played for Doak Markley.
Yeah, I sure did. Doak was a lot of fun. I've told some stories here the last few weeks about Doak, and he's
always had his hat backwards.
Yeah, he always had his hat backwards. He always had that big gray beard, which I can appreciate now after the big gray beard that I have. But yeah, he was always fun. He was always full of excitement and knew how to get everybody up, even if it was some Joan Jett.
All right, we got to start the second half. Tigers will get the football. Kickoff drives Tornes back to the 5. He returns it out to the 20, and Marietta will have it at the 21-yard line, and we'll get things started here. So 14-0, Whitehall on top. See what Marietta's adjustments are to get things started here in the second half. Again, we just talked about it, where this is a Marietta team, like, they get down by Athens 20-6 at one point. They come storming back, and last week continue to fight. I mean, so you would think that, they're not out of this, I guess is my point, trailing 14-0.
No, by no means are they out of this football game. And right now, honestly, this is a big possession, I think, this first possession of the half to get an answer on there and try and cut this lead in half.
Tigers will give to Kobe Alexander, turns the left corner, and he's going to be cut down after a gain of 5 on the play. But Kobe does, around the left corner, gets 4 on the play is officially where it's at. Second down and 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, they'll give them 4. Good pickup right there by Kobe. Good job just getting downhill and getting through the line, falling forward, picking up what you can get, and kind of taking what they'll give you. But nevertheless, moving the football a little bit here now, second down.
You have McVeigh back at the quarterback spot. Penalty flag post snap comes in. Let's see what the official dead ball false start pre-snap on the Tigers. And They're bringing a guy in motion. One of the linemen flinched from Marietta, move him back from 2nd and 6 to 2nd down and 11. Thanks to Hannah Croft, first-year athletic director here at Marietta. Always takes good care of us, making sure we have everything we need. Going to do a great job as athletic director here at Marietta. She may see a Hall of Fame one of these days as well. Out of the shotgun, McVeigh. A couple wide receivers to either side. They give to Kobe Alexander up the middle. Alexander's going to rumble up across the 20, still on his feet to the 24-yard line. So he gets back where he left off. And so it'll bring up 3rd down, and I think I have that wrong. I think this is 2nd down and 6. Didn't the penalty happen post or on 1st down? No, it is 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Kind of in a peculiar spot here, right here. I mean, obviously, probably not 4-down territory, so you're going to have to pick up a big chunk here on 3rd.
They go under center with Tornes as the deep back. Carver, the leading fullback in the backfield. And they give to Tornes, and he is hit and dropped off the edge. Coming off the edge, he's been a problem all night. Lawrence Kenneth. And number 0 comes off the edge, Bill. He crashed hard. And I think when the Marietta's in the I formation, that is his goal. Get to the back, the deep back, because that's all they've run is off, the stretch play a little bit.
Yeah, it's a stretch. He's just unevaded to the ball carrier. I mean, he has one assignment, and I believe that is the ball carrier.
Owen Riley set the punt this one away. He gets pressure off the edge. It's a high pop-up that's actually going to take a Whitehall bounce inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. So a punt just of about 8 yards for the Tigers when it's marked off. And again, pressure for Owen Riley came off the edge. And so Whitehall will have outstanding field position to start this second half, their first drive of the second half. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Tiger 33, leading 14-0.
Yeah, maybe some of their best field position, obviously, of the night here. A chance to maybe go up 3 scores here, maybe take a commanding control of this game. 9:43 to go early here in the second half. And Tiger defense going to have to answer the question one more time. Can they hold? Can they give this offense another opportunity?
So it'll be Whitehall out of the shotgun. 3 receivers stacked right, single receiver to the left, Jackson out of the shotgun. Stafford to his right is the running back. Stafford will take it, sweep it left side, hops out of a tackle, and falls down near the 30-yard line, officially marked at 31, so he gets 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 8, Kobe Alexander in with the tackle.
Yeah, Kobe Alexander, great job there, just getting a shoestring tackle with the last second, trip up the ball carrier.
2nd down.
He picks up 2, so... Yeah, still really good field position here for the Rams. See what they come up with. See if they try to take the top off of this defense as the Tiger defense again now is trying to creep up into that box.
We haven't seen anything deep really from them. You're right. Jackson out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. He sends a man in motion. And that's going to be a false start on Whitehall as they got started a little too soon. They started to send that man in motion, and this one will come back 5 yards. So from 2nd and 8, 2nd down and 14.
So put them back behind the chains and mark this one at the 36-yard line here now.
Officially 2nd and 13, apologies. 9 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 14-0 Whitehall. They scrimmage from the Tiger 36. They move from right to left on your radio dial towards Pike Street or towards Green Street.
And again, a long second down situation. The Rams love to pass in this situation, but the Tigers got to dial up some pressure here.
Jackson out of the shotgun, under the lights, looks to throw on a straight drop. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right. He's going to fire it across the middle, and the pass is incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 13. I'll tell you what, Jackson likes to throw the football. He's had a lot of opportunities around that edge to keep it and really hurt the Tigers, and instead he chooses to throw. Going back on film tomorrow, he may get to have a conversation with a couple coaches and say, you have all kinds of room.
I certainly thought for that play there, he would have been far better served to keep hold of that football. He did a great job just getting out of that pocket, Aaron, and outrunning the pursuit. There was nobody for at least 8 to 10 yards in front of him. You can't blame the guy for trying to make a play. But nevertheless, you still got to take what the defense will give you.
From the Tiger 36, 3rd down and 13. 14-0 Whitehall leads, and they face with the 3rd and long. And they will hand to Stafford on the right, trying to turn the corner. He cannot! Thrown for a big loss in the backfield. As coming up and making the tackle for the Marietta Tigers, that is number 50, and Zach Carver.
Yeah, Zach Carver again, Aaron, just having a couple of big weeks. Has Zach Carver coming up big on this Tiger defense. A huge sack. That's going to take him all the way back to going to be a 4th down and 21. Obviously, the Rams are going to have to punt this one away, but Tigers back deep. Looks like number 14, Owen Riley, and number 22, Will Tornes.
Lathran Western is going to punt this one away. It's going to hit out of bounds. So let's see where the official marks this one. I did ask if as they mark this off, it'll be Tiger football, 7:49 to go, 14-0. Whitehall on top of Marietta. They mark it at 21. I asked Bo Rugg, who is the head of officials at the OHSAA, when a ball is punted, how do you mark it? How do you know where to mark it as an official? Because you see him walking back up, like, there's no way they could see it. He's like, it's geometry, actually. They start using angles of where they think it goes out. There's not a perfect way to do it, but they use the angle of the football in the sidelines from the side judge, and that's how they figure it out.
Wow.
So Tigers there's your geometry lesson of the night.
Generally, they're
pretty close on it. Yeah, it's impressive. Math always works. That's why. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right, and the Tigers with a 2 running back system out of the backfield. They give on the right side. Not much there for the running back and the senior Logan Boyd. I'm impressed with Boyd. I like his low center of gravity in the way he runs the football. 7:30 to go, 3rd quarter. 14-0 Whitehall. Tigers trail. 2nd down and 8 as they scrimmage from their own 23. Just feel this crowd just wants for something good to happen. McVeigh flips it near side, in and out of the hands of his tall wide receiver down on this near side. And the pass was intended for Plogger. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Ball still at the 23 and 7:14 here in the 3rd.
Yeah, credit, McVeigh right there, just getting the ball outside of his man. He wasn't, it was a safe throw. He was trying to keep it away from the defender. Only a ball that Plogger was going to be able to get to. It was just a little too high. He was unable to climb the ladder, come down with it. But Tigers see if they can make something work here on 3rd and long.
McVeigh rolls to his right, out of the shotgun. The lefty flips it across his body. Ball caught. Going to be shy of the 1st down at the 30. Had to get to the 31. Tornes is the receiver. And let's see if Marietta doesn't go for this with 7-0. Well, under 7 now to go here in the 3rd. Trailing 14-0. This is, we're talking 4th and inches, not even 4th and 1.
Yeah, I think you have nothing to lose right here and everything to gain. If you're the Tigers, you go for this one right here. If you pick it up, you pick up a little bit of confidence maybe in your offense. And you also obviously keep the football, move the chains. But, I just think you got to go for it.
I don't know that they're going to have to because the ball's marked. They moved it up to the 31-yard line. And again, I'm 0 for 1 tonight on these marks, but the chains were at the 31-yard line. So it's going to be another close measurement. This one might be shy. Let's see, as they are going to stretch out the chains. And
it's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, by the edge of the football. So we've seen 2 of those tonight. And it is the 1st down for Marietta. And, that is a big situation for Marietta.
And I think it's been the same place.
It has been, yes.
But yeah, nevertheless, a great job there by the Tigers. A huge pickup, a 1st down here. Now trying to move the football. Now still down 2 scores. 6:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers trying to get something cooking.
As it's McVeigh out of the shotgun. He's going to give up the middle. Boyd. Here goes Boyd. Up near the 40 to the 42-yard line. Picks up a Tiger 1st down. So, again, you could just kind of feel the crowd wanting a little something to get behind and get on their feet a little bit there after the Tiger 1st down.
You got to love the effort right there from number 24 and Boyd, the ball carrier. Great job just hitting the hole. That kid is certainly not afraid of contact.
Tigers out of the shotgun. He gives Boyd up the middle. Again, Boyd across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Picks up 5 with 6:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers trail 14-0, but have 2nd down in medium out near midfield, 2nd and 4 from the 43, their own 43.
Yeah, just still falling forward. At the very least, they're picking up positive yards. Now second and down 4 is what they're going to call it. But the Tigers just pick up small chunks and try to build something here.
Out of the shotgun, McVeigh with 2 running backs to either side. To Tornes around the edge, looking for the edge, gets the edge, dives across the 50 to the 49-yard line of the Rams, where he picks up 3, needed 4, just shy of the first down. Has to get to the 48. They're at the 49. 5:29 to go third quarter. Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing, but the Tigers are on a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, see if they can just get a good push up front here. Going to call upon that front 5 here for the Tigers to get a little bit of a push. It's all they need, another couple of feet to keep these chains moving.
2 receivers left, 1 right. And they give. Tornes fights his way as he's hit. And he's going to be, it's going to be another close one. You might see another measurement here.
He might be about a foot short on this one, but obviously it's 4 down territory here for the Tigers if indeed this is a 4th down.
This one is literally, it is going to be at the nose of the football short, so they're not going to measure, but we're talking where you could literally put McVeigh under center and just have him go forward, although he's going to come out of the shotgun. 4th down in inches for the Tigers, and they give to Kobe Alexander. He's hitting the backfield, and Whitehall stops him. Off the edge came the defensive end, and Lawrence Kenneth. He has had a game tonight, the junior, 6'3".
He just timed it. He just timed the snap. I mean, that's all he did. He timed the snap. He jumped the snap. That would have been a perfect opportunity right there for maybe a hard snap, a little hard call for the Tigers to see if they could get that very aggressive defense offsides. And nevertheless, it was just the same snap, and he timed it perfect. It was in the backfield and a huge stop.
That is a big one for Whitehall as Marietta was moving it down the field, had 4th and inches, and Whitehall gets the stop. 4:33 to go. They scrimmage from the Tiger 48-yard line to the Rams, leading 14-0. They come out of the shotgun with Jackson as the quarterback since Stanford in motion. Low snap. Jackson up, rolls to his right, has about 7 Tigers on him, and he's going to flip it up into the first stands, or first row of the stands, the away stands, as he was chased by all kinds of Tigers.
Yeah, there's another bad snap. We've seen it now, I think at least 3 times, maybe 4 times, where that ball's hit the turf on a bad snap. One time, the Tigers had the opportunity to jump on top of it, but a good job there by the Rams. Malachi Jackson finding the handle of the football, and he was able to get outside of that tackle box, Aaron, and that's the big thing.
Yeah.
He was able, because it allowed him to throw that ball into the stands without any chance of any grounding call.
So I believe, I might be making this up, but I believe in high school they've changed that where you can ground it without being outside.
Probably just
for safety reasons.
Yeah,
I think they've changed that, but Jackson out of the shotgun, going to flip it out into the slot. And all kinds of running room as the Tigers are playing off a little bit, enough for a first down as Nate Jenkins Jr. makes the catch. And a great call by Whitehall's offensive staff. Jenkins in the slot. Tigers have a safety over top, way back. And they just throw a little pass on to the slot receiver. And they're going to, again, measure, as they're going to say he's short as of right now. And I'm not going to even guess at this one. 4:04 to go third quarter, 14-0 Whitehall on top of Marietta. Tigers looking for their first win of the season. The Rams came in at 2-2. And it is going to be, measurement is going to be just short nose of the football. So as much as the other two made it by the nose of the football, this one's going to be left short, although they're going to come back out to the middle of the field and measure. I've never understood why they do this, and again, I'll probably get a text from someone and say, like, if the field's straight, it shouldn't matter where you're measuring it at. And again, it's the same answer as it's short. So they measured it at the numbers where the ball was originally cut down, or the running back. Wide receiver in this case. Then they move it to hashes. And I guess that's just because that's where the ball is officially going to be marked, is at the hashes.
Well, it's officially going to be third down in inches at this point, I think, and see what the Rams come up with here. If you're the Tigers, though, I mean, they try to do exactly what you saw the Rams do on the last. I mean, you got to take a chance. Maybe try to jump the snap, and you run the chance of being offsides, but
it's going to get, yeah, right. They're going to come out of the shotgun again. Stafford going to be to the right. And Tigers did it. I mean, good call. They did. They timed up. They were going to be offsides here, but hard count by the Rams.
Honestly, what you saw out of the Rams right there is what I would kind of expected on that Tiger possession the last time on fourth down is just to try to make something, try to get it the easy way. You know what I mean? Nevertheless,
the offensive coordinator, is always like, man, but what about if we do?
Yeah.
Is the squeeze worth is the juice worth the squeeze? Because then you're 5 yards back. I'd rather just, I think, get under center and push myself up.
3-5-2.
First down for the Rams. They turn and give left side, and it is going to be a run around the corner down to the 30-yard line, maybe inside the 30. Stafford again. He is approaching pretty close to that 100-yard mark. He's probably up in the 80s. He had 71 unofficially at halftime. 3:42 counting here in the third quarter. 14-0 Whitehall.
Stafford came into the game, Aaron, 60 carries, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns. So obviously he's done a good job from that halfback spot, from that tailback spot for the Rams this season. And he's that great compliment to Jackson, Mekhi Jackson, which we haven't really seen run the ball much at all tonight.
No, I figured we would see him carry it more, and Stafford again is going to get the carry around the right end. He's going to beat everyone to the edge and finally brought down. As a nice open field tackle on that far side by Kobe Alexander. Gets a couple on the play, but how about Kobe? You talked about angles and geometry earlier.
Yeah.
Kobe took the right angle and cut him down.
Yeah, great job there. It was a good form tackle, too. He didn't lose it. He didn't leave his feet. He made a good, solid hit, slid down the body, wrapped up the feet, and dropped the ball carrier. It was just a textbook tackle there, but that's what we see. Seems like every week out of Kobe Alexander. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Jackson out of the shotgun, takes the waist-high snap, straight drop, and he's going to look to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket, penalty flag flies. Jackson still on his feet inside the 10. He's ushered out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This one will come back, though, for a hold with 2:56 to go here in the third. Whitehall leading 14-0, but this hold should come back. Yeah, Tigers had it pretty well hemmed up right there, and it took a hold by the Rams to open up that far side of the field and give Malachi Jackson any area that he needed to get upfield.
They're going to say illegal hands to the face on the Tigers, actually. And this is going to move it all the way down to the 10, inside the 10-yard line, to the 8-yard line. 2:56 to go. What we thought was going to be a hold call instead was an illegal use of the hands on Marietta. And it'll set Whitehall up first and goal from the 8 with 2:56 in the third, leading 14-0. It made me nervous when the officials were talking as long as they were, and then when they turned to the Whitehall bench, that was never a good sign. So first and goal, this is the first time we've seen Whitehall go under center. Jackson will crawl under center. Stafford will be his deep back in the backfield. He'll turn and give. Stafford looking for a hole, gets one inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line and to the 1-yard line is the senior running back for Whitehall, and he'll get him down to the 1, second and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like number 14, Owen Riley, coming off the field holding his wrist. Hopefully that's just a little stinger or something there, see if he can get himself back in there. But nevertheless, yeah, looks like Whitehall's going to have this one down at the 1-yard line. So if they get a little tush push or anything here at this point, just to fall forward into the end zone.
So Jackson will go under center. Croft was in on that last tackle. Stafford, the deep back in the backfield, out of the eye. It's going to be a naked bootleg to the left and troubles Jackson. Now he flips it to the end zone, and it's picked off. It's intercepted in the end zone and taken out to the 2-yard line. And then on the interception for the Tigers was...
Number 1 on that interception, Yusuf.
Yeah, and it's Yusuf Algary. Great job there by Yusuf just stepping in there. But it was pressured up front from that Tiger defense. The front 4 was able to get their way into the backfield, get to Malachi Jackson, force him to throw the ball when he really didn't want to. He wanted to keep it around the outside, but he couldn't. He had to throw the football. He threw it right to Yusuf Algery, who tried to bring it out of the end zone. Maybe should have kept it in there.
Trying to make
now,
a play.
now the Tigers are going to start this drive on the 2.
Their own 2, Algery, though, with a nice interception. Minute 46 to go, third quarter. It's a big hold by the Tiger defense. See if they can turn something into it. They're going to give Kobe Alexander up the middle. He's going to fall forward to the 4-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Minute 39 to go, third quarter. Tigers trail 14-0, but stand on the goal line there. And again, this would be the 7th, 8th turnover in 3.5 quarters, or 3 quarters almost complete. So 8 quarters total. 7 quarters total in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and we're going into 6 straight quarters of scoreless football.
Tiger defense has played really well. Offensively, see what they can get going here on 2nd and long. Shadow of their own goalpost. Kobe Alexander is going to do his job, carry a couple guys out across the 10 to the 11-yard line, set Marietta up 3rd down and short with 58 seconds to go, third quarter. 2nd and 2 for the Tigers. Check that, 3rd and 2 for the Tigers with a 2-touchdown deficit. They started this drive at their own 2-yard line after the interception in the end zone by Algery. And it'll be a shotgun formation. Tigers' adjustment in the second half has been the 2 running backs in the backfield with the quarterback. And they're going to give the Tornis around the edge near side. To the right, he's going to fall forward and get back. Maybe, no, going to lose 1 on the play, so it'll bring up 4th down. So the Tigers will not have to run another play. They'll let this one run all the way down to end the third quarter. After 3, it's Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with the People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
At Miller Home Services, we're not just another HVAC company. We're your local experts right here in your community, offering exceptional customer service with every call. Whether it's a new system or a routine maintenance check, we make sure you're comfortable every step of the way. Thinking of going with a different company? Call us first for a price quote. You might be surprised how much you can save. Miller Home Services, local, professional, and always here for you. Call us at 740-896-5035 or visit us at millerhs.com.
Hey folks, Annie here from Honest Fred's Flooring. I grew up in the flooring business, and when someone tells me to be where your feet are, I'm all about that. Because in the crazy business of carpet, vinyl, wood plank, remnants, and super sales, sometimes it's easier to take a deep breath and be where your feet are. And to be honest, we're already there. Honest Fred's Flooring, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer. When others talk the talk, we walk the walk.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
Fourth quarter action, 12 minutes put on the clock. The unfortunate part for the Tigers is 4th down and 3. As they're at their own 10-yard line. They'll have to punt this one away. Owen Riley back deep. Tigers were able to get an interception in the end zone to stall the drive of Whitehall, keep them in this game, unable to get it out too far, but at least enough to get Owen Riley some room to punt. He's going to keep it around the corner. Riley's going to get a first down. Owen Riley, you almost thought that might happen, and he has the green light, I think, on that, Bill, whether to punt it or go.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time we've seen him do that this year.
Big
Actually,
play.
he's picked up a first down on that fake punt 3 different times in 4 weeks, and we'll make it 5 weeks. But a great job there by the Tigers, moving the chains, going to give themselves another opportunity, but even more so 14. Good job putting the shoulder down at the end of that, getting an extra yard.
Stayed in bounds, got the extra yard. And he went short side of the field. That's the other thing. They rolled him to the right side, and he had the option the whole way. And a good decision he made. First down for the Tigers. They're out near the 15. They give to Tornis out of the I formation. Tornis slippery up near the 20. He's going to pick up maybe 6 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We're 11:45, just underway here in the fourth quarter. It is Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing. Whitehall's touchdowns came in the first and second quarter of this game. 2 passing touchdowns, one of 31 and one of 9.
Second down.
Give on the right side, Tornis. Here he goes, and Tornis is going to push up near a first down, be short by a yard or 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down and short for Marietta. Again, they've gone back to this I formation look, and it's worked pretty well for them. A couple times they've gotten stuffed in the back, but when this line decides they want to go, Bill, this is a handful up front.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a physical bunch. I mean, they really are. It's just an inexperienced bunch. I mean, it's an offensive line for Marietta to have one returning starter, which is Teddy Bauer, on that starting 5. And, in fact, the right tackle is a freshman in Croft.
They're going to go out of the shotgun on 3rd and 1. And they're going to give up the middle, first down for the Tigers. Across the 25 to the 26-yard line, Logan Boyd picks up a first down for Marietta. 10:45 and counting fourth quarter, 14-0 right now. It is Whitehall on top of Marietta. Marietta, I'm not going to say they're going high-speed offense, but it looked like they were going to do a little bit of a hurry-up, but now they pause and take a look at the sidelines. Stay tuned in the post game. We'll name our Fried Dental Group Big Drill player of the game and the Warren's IGA sack of the game. And they're going to flip it out here in the flats. Ball caught and a big hit. Oh, my. A wide receiver in the flats makes the catch out here, and Timmy Ryan. And he is absolutely lit up by Cameron Wilson from his linebacker spot, makes him pay.
Just too slow of a swing pass right there. Everybody in the stadium saw it happening, but nobody saw it as close as that defender did down there for the Rams. And
he got there so fast, he almost picked it off. Give to Boyd on the right side on 2nd down and long. Boyd's going to get up near the 30, so he picks up the lost yardage plus some positives. They'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Marietta, with 9:39 here in the fourth, trailing 14-0. 3rd and 7 from their own 30.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. Looks like Carver checking in as Logan checks out. So maybe Carver going in for that extra blocker.
Riley splits right. So does Miller. I formation for the Tigers. 3rd and 7. Tornis the deep back. Tigers will hand to Tornis, and he'll be stood up and dropped on 3rd down and 7, and they'll bring up 4th down and long with 9:04 to go here in this fourth quarter, trailing 14-0.
Yeah, just nowhere to go there for the Tigers. They're just stood up, straight up at the line of scrimmage, and 4th and 3 here for the Tigers, and no man's land as their own 30-yard line, but they pick up 6 here just for their 7 for the first down.
They're going to go hard count under center. Now they take a look over at the sideline, and Marietta will use a timeout. We'll take one with them. Fourth quarter action, 8:36 to go in the fourth. It's Whitehall 14, Marietta nothing, faced with the 4th and 7 when we come back.
Hey everybody, it's Alexis White here, your financial friend from the Citizens Bank Company. Did you know that we have 4 convenient locations to serve you? We're in Belpre, Barlow, Marietta, and Beverly, but hey, if it suits you, check us out anytime at thecitizens.com, your virtual gateway to all things banking. We get it. Online and ATMs are cool, but have you ever experienced the joy of a warm welcome? Step into one of our branches and you'll see what we mean. First-class service on a first-name basis. The Citizens Bank Company, where banking feels personal because, well, it is.
When we take a look at the statistics of tonight's game, a reminder that that's made possible by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill, they understand the values and ideals of our community and can develop a customized financial strategy designed to help you pursue what's most important to you. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation. Go Tiger!
8:36 to go here in the fourth quarter, and Marietta trails 14-0. Back to punt. Owen Riley is going to actually drop the ball, pick it back up, get the punt off, end-over-end kick that's going to hit inside the 35, down inside the 30, and it's going to be returned, now picked up. Left sideline on his horse to the 30, 25-20, to the 15, to the 10, all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, 65 yards to the house on a kick return. That is Corey Jackson.
Yeah, I know. And Riley, he was the guy that maybe had the last chance, but he was slow in getting in his progression because he was back there talking to the referee. He got laid out after the kick and still nothing from it. And he was pleading his case with the referee, and all time the Rams were taking it back to the end zone.
And on Jackson fielded that. I mean, it hit around the 35. He fielded it. It actually might have been unofficially a 75-yard touchdown because I think he fielded it at the 25. And regardless, he was down the left sideline. No one was going to touch him. And with 8:17 to go, that makes it Whitehall 20, Marietta nothing. Point after attempt. Penalty flag does come in. Let's see what the penalty flag is. With 8:17 to go, the kick was good. Legal formation on Whitehall.
5 yards.
So they'll re-kick it here. They have a really good kicker this year, Bill. Where's number 80?
Yeah,
Or 86.
Good strong leg.
That's a lie. Where's number 80? It's Carlos Hernandez, a senior. And so they will kick 5'3".
5'3" kicker.
He is a really strong leg. Probably a really good wrestler. Like, just you could tell by body type. He's set to put the point after attempt here. This one will be from 20.
Probably pretty good limbo, too.
Kick is up, and it is good. 8:17 to go. New score, Whitehall 21, Marietta nothing. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Hey, I'm an out-of-towner who likes to find good local pizza. Any suggestions?
Well, around these parts, you have to learn about the legend of the Smitty guy.
Smitty guy?
Yes, the story goes he roamed from town to town in search of the perfect pizza.
That's cool. I kind of want to be a Smitty girl. Off to save the world one Smitty pizza at a time.
Easy there, sister. I got you. You're officially a Smitty girl. You're in luck because the consistent taste of Smitty's pizza is in 5 locations. Marietta, Reno, Belpre, Lowell, and Barlow.
Smitty's Pizza. Have you had one lately?
1 or 2 or 10 things have changed since I got in the real estate business. Hi, this is Steve McCarthy of McCarthy Real Estate. Gone are the days when folks just stopped by 318 2nd Street in Marietta. Now you can find McCarthy Real Estate on Facebook with weekly featured listings or MariettaRealEstate.com. We have real phones and cell phones and GPS, although we know our way around. McCarthy Real Estate since 1953. You don't need good luck to find us, but you'll have it when you do.
Back here at Don Trump Stadium, Aaron Cassidy alongside Bill Parks. 21-0. Our score here at Don Drum. Whitehall on top after that touchdown on a punt return. And taking a look at the scoreboard, Marietta's opponent next week, Circleville, they're down to Amanda Clear Creek 24-14. So Marietta will take to the road next week. We'll have it for you here on local radio. Low kick picked up by Tornes at the 12. And he has all kinds of Rams around him. Down at the 16-yard line. Bobbled the ball but for a moment. And so with 8:09 to go, trailing 21-0, Tigers just need something good and something good to happen fast, Bill.
Where there was just nowhere for Tornes to go right there. Yeah, obviously, timing, things like that were a little messed up there as he was trying to find the handle on the football. But by the time he found the handle of the football and looked up, he was literally looking at like eight Rams.
Yeah,
I mean, directly in front of him, uninvaded, coming to the returner. So nowhere to go. But Tiger offense now down by 3 scores, 21-0, 8:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tigers just trying to get something going offensively.
A couple wide receivers, and it's going to be a slant pattern across the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete. Penalty flag comes in a little late, and quite honestly, of all the ones that could have been called tonight, that maybe shouldn't have been the one that was called. But I think it helps that penalty flag comes in from the side official who's on the Marietta sideline, too, and Coach Kuffner might have been working him a little bit throughout this game. 15-yard penalty. Tigers will take it. 8:04 to go in the fourth. They trail 21-0.
Yeah, I'm with you there, though. I mean, that would look like some pretty good coverage, actually.
It was.
And probably was one of the ones you wouldn't think you'd have saw. Man.
Shotgun. It's been a wild night tonight. 2 wide receivers to either side for Marietta. Kobe Alexander in the backfield with McVeigh. The left-handed quarterback takes the waist-high snap, and he sets up the throw. Chased out of the pocket, rolls right, flips it down the sideline, and out of play. Penalty flag flies late, and this is going to come on Marietta. And I think it's going to be a legal man downfield because there was 4 Tiger linemen when he threw that football downfield.
Yeah, kind of make you wonder what happened right there, whether it was supposed to be middle screen.
Yeah.
And somebody missed the signal on a middle screen, and that ended up having resulting in the Marietta lineman getting downfield with no.
I mean, it wasn't close.
There.
They were 10 yards downfield. 7:58 to go in the fourth. 21-0 Whitehall. Tigers out of the shotgun. It is McVeigh.
Quarterback for the Tigers, number
And
10.
now we see another penalty flag fly. And so it's Warden who came at the quarterback spot. Snap infraction on the Tigers, which usually tells me that the center grabbed the football and moved it around.
22-yard line.
And so Owen Warden, the quarterback, sophomore, will come in, number 10 on his back. He'll be flanked to the left by Kobe Alexander out of the shotgun. On a first down and 20, Warden running backwards. Now he's going to reverse his field to the right, throw on the run. Pass is going to be up and out of the hands of intended receiver Plogger. And it'll bring up a third down and 20. I think the scoreboard had it at first and 20. Sidelines had it at third and 20. It would have been a loss of down on the illegal man, so I'm going to say third and 20 is correct. With 7:47 to go, fourth quarter, it is 21-0 Whitehall on top of Marietta.
We have to hand it to Owen Warden right there, just buying time, trying to make something happen. He reversed field twice, I think.
Warden sets his feet, throws it high, but caught by Owen Riley. Takes a hit. Gain of 4 on the play. Penalty flag flies in right where it'd be in the area of a face mask. So we'll see official call here as
the official was in perfect position.
We've been wrong all night, though, on these penalties, so I'm not. We've said holds, and they end up being illegal.
Who knows? It could just be somebody's hungry.
So let's see. It is going to be a face mask, and so that's just the 5-yard variety, though, and it'll move the ball to the 30-yard line. But it'll reset third down and make it more manageable for the Tigers. 3rd and 12 with 7:40 here in the fourth quarter. 21-point lead by Whitehall. 21-0. A couple touchdowns.
Tigers, see if they try to take the top off of it. We've seen them go deep one time here tonight.
Warden, sophomore quarterback, will take the waist-high snap and look to throw. Rolls to his right, still rolling. Now he's going to be hit and sacked. Penalty flag late. This one could be a face mask as well because there's no one around him except 3 Ram defenders. And they all ended up at the feet of Owen Warden. And let's see what the official call is here. Looks like it is going to be a dead ball personal foul face mask on the Rams.
So that'll be a first down.
Automatic first down. Moves it 15 yards. Or moves it 15 yards, I should say, and gives the Tiger the first down on 3rd down and 12. So 7:18 to go here in the fourth. And to your point, Bill, even at this point, I don't even know that you pay attention to the scoreboard. Down 21-0 as much as you do. Something positive has to happen for you offensively.
Yeah, I mean, just got to take a chance at this point. It's 7:07 to go. You've got to have some sort of a spark at this point. Let's see what they can come up with. It's got to be. You got to take a chance, though.
Whitehall with 3 or 2 turnovers tonight. Officially, Jack, do we have?
Then 2 turnovers, I believe. 1 interception and 1 fumble.
And
fumble twice.
That's right, and the interception for 3. So my point in saying this is 8 turnovers. The Tigers defense have forced in the last couple games. Warden pressured and sacked in the backfield all the way back. The ball is at the 42-yard line. Warden is pressured and sacked at the 27. Well, they're officially going to mark it at the 29-yard line. So a big loss there for the Tigers. And it'll bring up second down, and this one will be second down to Marietta College. It is second and long.
Boy, I just don't know if maybe this Tiger offensive line is just completely worn out or what. But these last three plays, there's been no blocking up front. I mean, it's been red legs all the way to the quarterback.
6:04 to go in the fourth. 21-0 Whitehall. Marietta sets up the throw. Penalty flag flies. So the last 2.5 minutes has gotten kind of out of hand here a little bit, football-wise. Just not very clean football by either team. False start on the Tigers. So at 6 minutes exactly here in the fourth. 21-0 our score. Whitehall with touchdowns, 2 of them in the first half, passing 31 yards and 9 yards. Then they get a 70-yard plus kick return, punt return for a touchdown down the left sideline. That's been their only score here in the second half. Tigers have taken it away 3 times from them defensively. That is 8 in the last 2 weeks through 8.5 quarters or 7.5 quarters. And Marietta still looking to score. 2nd and 28. They set up a middle screen to Kobe Alexander. He is hit and thrown for a loss of 2 on the play as Kobe had no one in front. They brought the full-on blitz, and then also a nice job just spying. Darion Phillips spying Kobe Alexander, the middle linebacker, the whole way. 3rd down and 28 now for the Tigers. They scrimmage from their own 22. First down is at the 48-yard line.
There's nothing in the playbook.
No, I mean,
3rd and 28.
No. They have to get in Whitehall territory for a first down. A little screen out here on the near side. Tornes makes the catch, upended after a gain of 1, and he gets to the 22-yard line. So 4th down and 20. I mean, as much as you don't want to, with 4:45 to go, I think you have to punt this. You have to punt it away. There's no way you can get 28 yards on one play.
Yeah, no, it's certainly, you punt it away and just hope your defense comes back out and gives you another opportunity. But you're running out of time, obviously. 4.5 minutes to go here in this game. There's likely, if anything, maybe 2 possessions left. But that's going to be it.
Owen Riley's lone line drive, actually I think hit off a Tiger, spun off of him. And it's going to take a Marietta bounce. It's going to get down to the 45-yard line. And inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. And that is where Whitehall will take off. First down and 10, 4:14 to go, fourth quarter. 21-0 our score. Marietta's, again, defense has played very well tonight. Just a couple touchdown passes, and those were set up nicely off of Whitehall's defense, their field position on those touchdowns. And then the punt return here in the second half for a touchdown. Stay tuned. Bill and I will go right into our post game after the game and name the Fried Dental Group Big Drill Player of the game, the sack of the game. Tornes has a sack on the night.
Teddy Bauer
has a sack. He hit a fumble recovery.
Rick Croft was in on one.
Out of the shotgun here is Jackson. Stafford carry right side. Tigers sell out. And they're able to drag him down for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Again, Marietta takes the road trip to Circleville. Next Friday night, Circleville came into the night 4-0. They were losing to Amanda Clear Creek, though, 24-14 in the fourth quarter. So it could be the 4-1 Circleville Tigers, and unless something goes really in the right way, the Tigers, Marietta will go to 0-5 on the season.
2nd down and 9 for the Rams.
And Circleville is a formidable opponent for sure. They have vastly improved since last year, and they were a really good team last year. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the left. Jackson out of the shotgun. To 2nd down and 9 from their own 44. Jackson fumbles the football. Tigers come in. Do they jump on it? Let's see. Scrum for the football. And still no signal who has it. And I believe Jackson got on it at the 39. He did. And that'll be a loss, though, of About 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 14. 3 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. 21-0 Whitehall.
Yeah, they really struggle with just getting the ball back there, Aaron. There's another ball on the ground, but fortunately for Whitehall, those have not come back to haunt them. But against the wrong opponent, boy, I tell you what, you lay the ball on the ground in the backfield like that 5 different times in a football game, and it's not going to work out for you most of the time.
Got away with it 3 times of the 5. Marietta did get the other couple. Under center, 3rd and 14, and the broken play. Snap back. It'll be the quarterback, Jackson, trying to keep it around the corner. Still on his feet. Reverses field back to the 25. He's going to be wrestled down. Now loses the football, and it's going to be recovered by Whitehall. What a wild play. And to top it off, there's a penalty flag in the backfield with 2:18 here in the fourth. The ball was snapped to Jackson. He was the only one that moved. And he didn't even move for a moment because he was not ready for the football. He went to the left, reversed back to the right. This would be a loss of 10-plus on the play. So it'd be a 4th down.
So there's times that the center actually snaps the ball and then they call false start on the center, right? Like, what determines whether, it was everybody just kind of stopped and stood and stared at each other like.
That's good. I usually, most of the time, I think they let it go if the center's the only one snapping. I think that's a good question. Now, the penalty flag was a face mask on Whitehall, who, by the way, was on offense. So this is going to set up. It's just gotten crazy here in the last couple of minutes. 2:18 in the fourth. Whitehall has 4th down and to the river.
Now they're marking it back off. I don't even know what's happening.
So it was from the spot of where it happened. And remember, he reversed field around. So they're going to have to mark it back. They took it from the original spot. They took it from the original spot where it happened. Now they're marking it back all the way back to the 21-yard line. So just as much as Marietta was in 4th down trouble, Whitehall would have to get to the Marietta 47-yard line, which is not going to happen. They're going to punt this one away. Oh, actually, it's going to be a repeat of downs, Bill. 3rd down and long.
Well, it's just weird.
So 3rd down and 32. I think I've seen once 3rd down and 47 in a game.
3rd and 47.
I think it's the most I've seen. 32 is up there. 3rd and 32. Jackson's going to carry it left side. He is met by a couple Tigers. Gets 4 on the play with 1:46 to go. Punting situation here for Whitehall. 21-0 Rams lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think if they run this one down to eat the majority of the play clock off, by the time they kick this one away, we will be right at about a minute left. So obviously not what Tigers had in mind coming in here on homecoming night 2025, Aaron. It's been a rough night for that Tiger offense once again.
Tiger King and Queen named tonight, Bill?
Jocelyn Arnold was named the Queen for Marietta tonight. Homecoming Queen, and the Homecoming King was Drennan 3.
So, and they also happen to be the student body president and vice president at Marietta. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a final time out. 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter. Whitehall uses a timeout. It's Whitehall 21, Marietta nothing. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
What do folks look for in a home? Your guess is as good as mine, but I must say, if you work with McCarthy Real Estate, we've seen it, we know it, and how to get to it. You can't beat experienced local service. It's a great time to list as demand is at an all-time high. With global access to potential buyers moving into our area, we are out in front on turnkey deals. Plus, we're there for you to navigate the appraisal, inspection, and banking process. McCarthy Real Estate, 2nd Street, Marietta, and at MariettaRealEstate.com.
1 minute, fourth quarter, here in week number 5 of the high school football season. Unfortunately, not good news to report if you're just now tuning in. Marietta trails 21-0. Whitehall set to punt this one away. Tigers have had their opportunities tonight. Defense, you couldn't play any better. And the 2 touchdowns, one 31 yards, one 9 yards, though, set up on a couple big plays. But Marietta has turned Whitehall over 3 times tonight, but unable to get anything going. So unless they can get a touchdown on this next drive, punt is going to be away. And it's going to be fielded by Tornes at the 45-yard line. So unless Marietta can get a touchdown here, Bill, this will be 2 straight games where they'd be shut out as well. After, again, and we're not trying to overstate, but if that would happen, or even with a loss, you went 8 quarters, turned 2 teams over 8 times total, and come away with a loss in both games. To your point earlier you made, was 12-0 last week, 21-0 tonight, and it was 14-0 pretty much back and forth when you had a shot and the punt return ends up getting it. So,
and again, you have an offense stalling inside the red zone, inside the 20. You had opportunities there. The opportunity was there. I mean, it's just they cannot seem to get in the end zone.
Warden looks the throw. And Warden's going to sling it down the right side. Caught by Plogger down at the 26-yard line. So there's a bright spot for the Tigers. Pass complete at the 22. It's Warden to Plogger with 44 seconds to go. So Marietta's trying to get, again, you just work at this point for next week. Try to put something positive on film and build on it offensively if you're Marietta.
Yeah, went far side to Plogger on this one. See if they come back near side to 14. Riley here on this, maybe a jump ball toward the end zone.
Warden will fake the hand to Boyd. Now be flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of nearly 10 on the play.
36.
And making the sack was number 36 for Whitehall. We called his name a little bit tonight, too. And Phillips, number 37, pardon me. So it'll bring second down to 18. Loss of 8 on that play. Warden, quick throw, right side, and it's going to be overthrown. His receiver slipped in the slot. Intended receiver was to Tornes. And so with 5 seconds to go, 21-0 will be our score right now. We'll see if it's our final 5 seconds. Stay tuned. We'll roll right into our post game. Keep it right here. Tune in tomorrow morning. Chris Worf with the corner of the high school wrap-up show. So out of the shotgun. Warden sends a man in motion. Final throw will be a deep ball down the left sideline to Owen Riley. And the pass will be incomplete. That is it tonight as the scoreboard goes to zeros. Our final score, Whitehall 21, Marietta nothing. And into our postgame we go. Bill, and just get your final thoughts as we wrap up here. Again, recap just quickly. Thanks to the Mannix Alley Group for their statistics tonight. We'll recap 2 touchdowns early, midway through the first half. 31-yard touchdown pass, 9-yard touchdown pass, and it's 14-0 at halftime. Marietta rushed the football for nearly 50 yards in the first half. You thought maybe throwing the football, they were going to mix it up. They kick off, were able to get the ball to start the second half, and then a punt on the first, I think the first punt that they had was returned 70-plus yards for a touchdown. Score remained 21-0, and they just could not move the ball in the second half. At least in the first half, you saw some bright spots, not so much here in the second.
Yeah, second half, it was almost as though they were just kind of running out of gas. And you know, all the credit goes to Whitehall and the Rams. They came out here and put together a pretty good game. They were successful in offense, obviously, put up 14 points, enough to win the football game. The Rams come out defensively, was able to get the shutout. Special teams-wise, the Rams touchdown on a punt return. That's all 3 facets of the game. Putting that together, that wins you a football game, and that's something that the Tigers have just struggled mightily with.
Go with our Phi Dental Group big drill player of the game tonight.
Yusuf Algary.
All right, let's go Yusuf Algary. And I say that because of the big interception.
Yeah, he gave him the opportunity.
It was 14-0. Whitehall's driving down to score and make it 21-0, and Yusuf gets the interception, and so he'll be our Phi Dental Group big drill player of the game. Our thanks to Jack Wild tonight as well for keeping our statistics tonight, and so Yusuf will be our Phi Dental Group Big Drill Player of the game. Sack of the game, we're going to go Teddy Bauer tonight for a couple different reasons. One, he had a sack, but also the fumble recovery, and he played pretty well defensively on the offense side of the ball. One of my favorite players that I've ever got to call at Marietta, Teddy Bauer tonight, our Sack of the game, brought to you by Warren's IGA at the corners of Colgate and Muskingum Drives. Sack made possible by your hometown proud local IGA store. To sack that big grocery list and save big money while doing it, keep your grocery dollars local. It's Warren's Plaza IGA, again at the corner of Muskingum and Colgate Drive, to sack your groceries with weekly specials. Sack of the game, Teddy Bauer tonight, awarded a $10 gift card good at Warren's Plaza IGA on Muskingum Drive. Bill, final thoughts as we roll in to Circleville next Friday night. A very good Circleville Tiger team and a Marietta team that is going to start out 0-5, but again, I guess you got to rely really heavily on your senior class and see where you can go from here and try to take some positives out of tonight.
Yeah, you got to try to find a bright spot somewhere within an 0-5 start. I mean, it's obviously nothing that nobody saw an 0-5 start coming. I think even with the new system coming in, I believe we saw some wins.
Yeah, defensively, it's been there.
The Tigers.
They've just struggled offensively.
Offensively, they just cannot seem to pick up this new offensive philosophy, and it's one of those things where you make a change and you hope for the best, but it's one of those things that take time. It's either going to take a few weeks, it's going to take a couple of months, or it might take a full year or two, and this might be one of those times where it's going to take quite a bit of repetition to get this offense back on track.
Well, it is, again, a final score tonight, 21-0. Bill, thanks, and appreciate you, again, joining us here. Thanks to Jack Weil for statistic back at the studio. Derek Jones, most importantly, thank you for tuning in tonight here on local radio. Final score for a final time here from Donaldron Stadium, week number 5. It is Whitehall moving to 3-2 on the season with a 21-0 win over Marietta. For Bill Parks, I'm Aaron Cassidy. Have a good night, everyone.
You've been